What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Neeks Sports. It is England versus Scotland in the Euros, Euro 2020. And obviously, we're in the group stages. England would have winning their first game, Scotland having lost to Czech Republic, who are now on 4 points because they drew with Croatia. It's a massive, massive game. One, because it's two rivals. It's two rivals in terms of geographics, history, etc. But it's also massive because, England want to win to secure their spot in the next round. Scotland need a win to give them a good chance of going through. You know, their last game of the group is against Croatia. If they were to lose today, they'll have to beat Croatia just to finish third. So it ain't going to be easy. It's going to be a very, very interesting game. I am joined again by Kyle, the Scotland fan. No, I'm joking. What are you saying? What are you saying?
I'm good. I'm not bad. Not bad. Just had a long week at work, and you know what? Every time I see that Neat Sports intro, I just think to myself, "What? Still a job that producer did. Whoever made that track."
Yes. Kyle is the producer of the background or the music for the Neat Sports intro. I remember we were going through all these different, like you said different ones. You were like, no, I'm like, that's not what I want. That's not what I want. I need something a bit. And then you just dropped this one. I was like, that's it. You know when you just know that is the one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was it. I can't remember who made the actual graphic for us, the video. That was good as well. But yes, I'll take that. I would take that. Who made the first? You didn't make the first one for us, did you? The old one.
No. I didn't make that.
Okay,
No, I didn't
okay.
make that one.
Let's get the team up. So these are the teams. First is England. A couple changes. So Kyle Walker is out of the match day squad. Obviously, we know that you only have 23 men in the squad out of 26 in your overall tournament squad. So Kyle Walker's out of the squad as a whole. Reece James is in. Trippier is on the bench, and Luke Shaw starts at left back, which means you have a proper left back. So starting there, do you think that's the right decision by Gareth Southgate in terms of the defense?
I do. I do. I mean, it's Scotland, and I guess if there's ever a chance where you can see, I think he believes that Kyle Walker is his number one right back. But if there's ever a game that you want to, experiment, especially with Trent out as well, and him resting Kyle Walker, if there's ever a time that you want to experiment with another right back, just to see your options, because there's no point going into the competition blind, not knowing how your other options are going to perform, because they might be playing one game when they want a bit more defensive option or they want more attacking option in another game. So just to see how your players are performing, I think the group stage is a perfect opportunity, especially if you win your opening game, to kind of get through at least 20 players, get through at least 20 players of your 26 squad and kind of
I
see
think the only
who's
player
where.
who shouldn't play or probably wouldn't play in the tournament at some point is your third goalkeeper. So I think if you win your first two games, you can even play your second goalkeeper in the third game of the group. And the third goalkeeper won't get a chance unless we've got five subs and the man says, all right, let's go play our third choice keeper. Like make a sub at halftime in the third game for some reason. But yeah, other than that, if you win your first two games, everyone should get a run out in the third game.
Quick
But
question. I don't know if this is what you've brought up or this is from like a website like BBC whatever, but are you sure Sterling's on the left and not Foden on the left?
I took this from 365 app, and
Okay.
I don't know. Sterling was on the left in the first game at times. They rotated. I think Sterling definitely started on the left, but they did move around. But I mean, they both, if they play on these sides and they have the ability to cut in, even though obviously Foden played a lot on the left for Man City. But so this Sterling hasn't really played from the right since like Mahrez and Bernardo Silva kind of got in the team 2017-18 times. So he's kind of played on the left anyway. But that's how they've got it. The midfield three, well, everywhere else unchanged. Talking about the centre backs, Maguire's on the bench. I think he will come on. I'm saying all this expecting England's going to be 2-0 up with 30 minutes to go at least. Maguire should come on to get some minutes and then possibly start the last game, see how he is, and decide going forward. But Mings played well in the last game, so do you just bring in Maguire because he's just senior centre back, or do you go with the team, the players that are on form and the ones that get you through the group stage?
No, you definitely play with the ones that are more fit and that will get you through the group stage. Like I said, Maguire will get his time because let's say Maguire comes off the bench in like this 70th minute, England are 2-0 up, possibly 3-0 up, and Maguire gets 20 minutes, 25 minutes, and then starts the last games over Mings. Mings would have had 90 minutes the first game, 70 in the second, and Maguire would have had like 20, 25 in the second game, and possibly 90 minutes in the last game. And then you kind of assess going forward from there who's more fit, who's more likely to start. But at least give them a game and a half each, I'd say. But definitely start with Mings and Stones. Get the lead first, get the win under your belt, and then you can bring on players that you need to bring on that didn't necessarily play in the first match.
Yeah, I heard that. Let me just had West Indies playing in the background. And that was slowing down my.
Wait, I thought you said it stopped because of rain.
West Indies?
I don't know. I saw you post in the chat. Rain.
That was it. Well, it's funny because I was actually talking about England against India in the World Test Championship final, and the first day's been rained out. What a bummer. It's actually the first World Test Championship final ever, because obviously they got finals for like 50 over T20, but now they've got one for Test matches. So yeah, but they've got 6 days, so they have a reserve day. So hopefully we still get 4 or 5 days worth of cricket on that. But there was rain in the West Indies actually at the beginning, but it's been plain sailing for since 4 o'clock. Started at 3 o'clock. We're supposed to start at 3 o'clock anyway. Midfield, they're going with the same. Calvin Phillips, man of the match performance against Croatia. Declan Rice, Mason Mount. And up front, Foden, Sterling, and Kane. Would you have, obviously, the big talk, still no Jack Grealish. Sancho's on the bench, so the people who are not in the squad are Kyle Walker, Ben White, and Bukayo Saka. Thoughts on Grealish? Should he have started, or is he right to stick with the same team?
Listen. I've got some. I was, saying, a little bit of a, mix up in the first game. I was pretty much behind his selection, barring Trippier at left back, but I was kind of behind his selection. But this selection now, especially with that front six, so-called front six, I've got big issues with it. Big issues, and I personally think if you're going to be playing Sterling and Foden, right? Yes, Grealish should be starting, but if you're not going to play Grealish on the wing, then you got to play Sancho. Sancho's on the bench. I think Sancho starts over Foden, but for some reason Southgate's got big issues with both Grealish and Sancho. I don't know why they don't see more game time for them. Both of them are amazing players, and personally, just based off the first game, the fact that you had to sub off Phil Foden because he wasn't very effective. He had a very early chance in the beginning of the game against Croatia, hit the post, and was pretty much a ghost, ineffective for the rest of the game. Hence why he got subbed off. And they brought on the likes of Rashford and so on and so forth. But I just think he didn't have a first game. Don't try and force it. I already said you're trying to play a Pep Guardiola player outside of a Pep system. Like if it's not working. If it's not working and you had to bring him off early, don't try and force the player. Don't try and force him into your system. Play another player. You only got 3 games in the group to get it right and say, okay, this is how we're going to approach. You're playing the same player, second game running, where it may not work again. But use another player. He's gone with the same front six who were lack of creativity, lack of ideas in the first game, and you're not changing it to give other players a chance to show what they can do. Like these same 6 played in the last game, and they were very lackluster, and I kind of worry for England. Me personally, I wouldn't have played Mount. Yes, Mount is a good and he's a capable player, but again, he didn't have a great game. We saw Phillips was man of the match player running the midfield. Mount wasn't Mount wasn't there to be seen.
Yeah,
Personally,
well, he was pretty quiet, pretty anonymous. Didn't even realize he was there half the time.
personally, if it were me, I would say, all right, this time round, Phillips, little deeper, little bit quieter, and I'm gonna play Grealish over Mount, give Grealish the license to roam forward, and I'm playing Sancho over Foden. Because I mean, I personally wouldn't do that, but for Gareth Southgate, that's what I think he should have done. Personally, I would have just gone Grealish over Foden, had Raheem Sterling, Kane up top, and so on and so forth. But yeah, for Southgate's purposes, I would have played Sancho on the right, Sterling on the left, with Grealish over Mount. I don't know if these are going to gel and click. We might see more of the same of what we saw in the first
Wait, who
game.
did you say on the right?
Sancho.
So no Sterling. Oh no, Sterling on the left
Yeah, Sterling on the left.
and Grealish behind. Yeah, that can work. That definitely can work. It was an option. I mean, looking at the first team, the first game, realistically, I didn't see that one coming, so I wasn't really gonna think too much about it in terms of taking out Mount, bringing in Sancho, etc. I thought the only real change that was a possibility was Grealish in for Foden, which I definitely would have done personally, and I had Sterling on the right.
What, not a proper left back?
And I had a proper left back, yeah. But I mean, just in terms of the front five or whatever, front six. If it was me, I agree. If it was me, I would have gone with Grealish and Sancho over Mount and Foden. And you got the two defensive midfielders there. The other option would have been Rice with Mount in the middle, but it's like Calvin Phillips just had a man of the match performance. Do you drop him? You could have gone Phillips and Mount, but if you do that, then Phillips is going to have to sit deeper, and means he's not going to have any similar performance to what he did in the first game. So yeah, maybe you stick with the same midfield too, but Grealish had to play for me. Grealish just has to start.
100%.
And he's going to start the last game against Czech Republic. We're going to see what he can do. And then the last 16, he ain't going to start. Like, it's just ridiculous. I'm telling you, it's just ridiculous. And England's going to go out, and all everyone's going to be thinking is, what if we side Grealish? What if we side Grealish? So, yeah, Gareth Southgate, innit?
The thing is, right? England are going to need confidence. So you use this game as like a buffer game, and you go out to get goals. So, like, if you do what we said and you play Sancho on the right and you play Grealish over Mount and you have Rice and Phillips behind Grealish and you get them goals, right? Then they're able to come off on the third game, and a lot of them don't start, but they're brimming with confidence. They know what they're capable of. Say they play like this, right? Is how Gareth Southgate got them set up, and say after 70 minutes they're only winning 1-0, kind of just dragging to a victory. And let's just say, I don't know, let's say the goal came from Mason Mount. I don't know, anyone but Harry Kane. The goal comes from anyone but Harry Kane. It's 1-0, right? Now you're in a situation where you now have to play Harry Kane in the last game, because you cannot have your main striker, the guy that is going to score you to European Championship glory, lacking confidence and lacking goals. You need to buffer him with Harry Kane. Needs to go out and needs to grab goals. You can't labor to a victory.
Wait, so you think if Kane doesn't score today, you would start him against Czech Republic?
100% you have to, because then he's lacking confidence. And then in the last 16, say they top the group in the last 16 and they draw France or Portugal or whatever, or Germany, and Kane ain't got a goal to his name, he ain't gonna have confidence in these players around him, or confidence in Southgate to field the right team. He's gonna be lacking confidence. Like, you need to have your best goal scorer on form. Ronaldo's already got 2 goals. Lukaku's got 2 goals. Like, the guys that are going to score the goals for these teams to win them the championship, they're getting goals under their belt already.
Yeah.
Kane's off to a slow start. He needs something. If you don't get something in this game, he has to play in the last game, and then you don't give him a chance to rest. I don't know, man.
I hear you.
I'm not a fan of
I
this
hear
lineup.
you. It's a tough one because obviously you want to give players that rest before the big game, but you also you want players who are in form, who are confident. We have to see. We have to see. Let me go through some of these comments. Sammy says, "How's the mighty Windies doing?" I mean, we started off well, but the game's kind of drifting as per usual. MN says, "Are there any world-class players in this team except Kane?" No. Kane is the only world-class player in the squad.
Wait, you don't consider Raheem Sterling world class?
No. I mean, in fairness, he was delivering at a world-class level for the last 3 years, not including last year.
But how long do you have to do it to be considered world class?
I know. But I just don't. It's Pep. Pep has got the man doing madness.
Because
But
the same
as
could be
a
said
player,
about
he's not.
the same could be said about Van Dijk. How long has he been there? 3 years. Okay, he's been performing at a world class level for 3 years, but everyone says he's world class.
But I think his attributes make him world class. I don't think Sterling's actually making world class. I think his outputs are world class purely based on Pep system. Literally purely based. I.e., if he wasn't in the Pep system, he would not be producing on that level. Whereas other world class players, wherever they go, in whatever system, they are world class as far as I'm concerned. I mean, it's hard to say that with Sterling because in his prime, he's only been in the Pep system. So it's not like I can say when he was here at a prime age, he wasn't performing. It's only when he was under Pep. That's only based on my kind of judgment. Sancho, see, again, if I'm gonna say Sancho, then I kind of have to say Sterling, isn't it? But I think Sancho has world class attributes. I wouldn't say he's world class.
I agree. I agree. I genuinely think right now, like just as a player, I think Sancho is better than Sterling. Personally, I genuinely do.
No, I do as well.
And you know how I feel about Sterling. I've always said that Mahrez is Man City's best midfielder. I've always said Mahrez is better than Sterling. Mahrez is better than Sterling. Mahrez is world class. Like, like people are so.
No, I think Sancho is better than Sterling as well. But because I don't think Sterling's world class, Sancho being better than Sterling doesn't necessarily make him world class.
Yeah.
I think Sancho has world class potential, 100%. I need another year. Give me a year in the Premier League, like you done in the Bundesliga, and then I might call you world class because I think you got the talent and obviously the outputs to show for it. What else did he say?
So none of the Manchester United boys now.
Sammy said Walker world class. No, I wouldn't say that. I think there's a lot. I was gonna say a lot of right backs out there is better than him. Is there? I don't think he's world class. Maybe there's not that many great world class right backs, but I don't think he's world class. What are you saying, Ramsey? World class? He's world class in the team, other than Kane.
It's just Kane. Who did you say was world class?
Not just Kane.
It's Kane.
Yeah, it's just Kane.
No, he's lying. No, he's lying. He also said Harry Maguire.
Well, Harry Maguire's not world class. The only other person who's got a debate for me, it's probably Trent.
He's not in the squad.
Obviously, he's not in the squad, but he's the only other English player that I can say he's got a call for world class. And at this current moment, as you said, there's right backs go. Yeah, no, it just came for me, man. Just came.
Yeah. Sorry, 1 second. I'd agree. I think Trent is probably a world class player. Don't think he's a world class right back, because I think defensively he's not good enough to be a world class right back. But he's a world class player. I would say that based on his ability. But yeah, as you said, he's not in the squad. Jem says, says Billy Goatmore masterclass pending. Why I'm getting echo from someone? Is it you?
Is it me?
Maybe. Let me see something. 1, 2, 1, 2. What? Let me see. What's that? No, I don't know. Did you mute yourself?
Sorry, I just connected headphones in. Is that any better?
Okay. Yeah, that's better. That's better. Billy Goatmore masterclass pending. All right, yeah, we haven't even gone through the Scotland team. So the Scotland team, so they brought in Gilmore. Tierney's come in at left centre back, with McTominay dropping into defence, where he's played for most of their games, especially the qualifiers, the recent qualifiers, etc. The Nations League, he's played there, and Gilmore's coming at defensive midfield. I think that's the right decision personally. McTominay is not a defensive midfielder. I've seen them Man United enough times. In that role, you need, he's not. Yeah, he's a box-to-box midfielder. Obviously, they put him at centre back. I need to see what his role is in the centre back. Is he going to be the one? Is he just sitting, or is he carrying the ball out? I guess Tierney down the left will be doing that. But when you're playing that defensive midfield position, you need to show for the ball from your centre backs and be comfortable to turn and pass. And McTominay is not that. So Gilmore's come in. Obviously, yeah, Robertson's still there on the left, captain, left wing back, and Che Adams has come in. I think, I don't know if the Tierney injury messed with the manager's decisions, but I think he made some strange decisions not to put McTominay at the back and not to start Che Adams in the first game, which potentially cost them. I don't know what you lot think.
I didn't even know Tierney was injured.
I think. No, so go on, Carl.
Oh no, I was just saying. I didn't even know Tierney was injured. Yeah, I didn't even know. But if it was, then possibly, because McTominay is obviously one of his key players, and if they go with a flat black line, that's what he did, didn't he? Went with a flat back line in the first game.
No, he went with a 3, but I can't remember who the other centre back was. McTominay was
centre backs instead. You know what? It's a weird one with it, because like obviously Tierney and Robertson both being two of the best players in the squad means that they obviously should be playing at some point. Like where they play kind of doesn't matter. They just need to be in the squad. And so that means that kind of gives you your formation for you. The problem is if someone gets injured like Tierney, it can mess up how you think, because they're two of your best players. So you kind of think, okay, do we still go with the 5 at the back, or do we put in a centre back? They ended up putting a centre back at left centre back who's doesn't do what Tierney does. Tierney bombs on at left centre back in the back 3. So like I think it just messed up the whole system really. And I don't think Tierney's 100% today, but I think 60% Tierney's got to start. Do you know what I mean? Like,
it's a do or die. It's a do or die. Scotland.
Yeah.
Mike's doing the madness.
But it'll be interesting. It'll be interesting to see now. You know what I mean?
No, I don't. It might be Javerne. I don't know.
It's probably me. Sorry, I'm typing something to you guys.
Oh.
Frozen.
Yeah, you're also frozen. There are better possession-based teams than England, Shane says. I don't think England have a Tony Cruz type player, someone who can control the tempo of the game. I don't think England have a player like that. You think Scotland are a better possession-based team than England?
You know what? I don't understand. Just jumping in, I'm just seeing like some of these things. Everyone's talking like Scotland are some prime Spain or something. It's like a lot of people talk down England, and I can understand why. But come on, it's Scotland.
So I mean, expect to fight them.
I expect them to at least win that 2-0. At least, if Czech Republic can do it, then England must be able to match that and better, because I expect nothing less. And Jack Grealish, the fraud has not started Jack Grealish, and then this is ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous how he's getting away with some of these, whatever he's doing here, man. It's ridiculous. But at least he started.
The only difference The only difference with the Czech Republic and this game is that there's so much more. There's so much more on it that like you can't. It's hard to even compare. It's like when they say how like I know it's different, but like a derby game in the league is so much different to like a regular Premier League game. Like even if there are favourites and in certain games, this isn't obviously in terms of quality level up there with like a sort of Arsenal Tottenham where it's sort of even. There's probably like a level in this, but how many times have we seen in derby games where passion takes over? You know what I mean? Rather than actual quality, players set up where they shouldn't really like what am I doing in these kind of games? And this is pride for their country. This isn't even a pride for your football team. This is a pride for your country. So it's not like I'm not saying Scotland have any quality to beat England, but if Scotland do get a result, it's purely because of the full-on passion of these man to beat England. That's all it is.
You know what's so funny? And you man have been telling me about passion for this whole tournament, especially Turkey with their passion. What has their passion got them so far?
Listen,
no point.
I didn't put them as my dog.
No point on the board. You man keep telling me about passion. Where? Passion. It ain't all down to passion all the time.
It's not obviously. But then what? So what about the teams? What about the teams that are winning? What about Italy? Are they not showing any passion when they play?
You ever heard of the story? You ever heard the story of the Three Little Pigs? I'm sure that Wolf had passion to blow the houses down, and he couldn't get none of them. That's what's gonna happen here.
He blew down 2 of the houses. It's just the brick.
Yeah, but he was passionate to eat all. He was passionate to eat all 3 of them, and he ate none.
Let me go.
No, but all that aside,
the expectation obviously is
sorry, go on.
Obviously for England to win, obviously. But the only thing is that with like the last time England played Scotland were about seconds away from winning the game, and then Kane scored in the last minute, innit? They drew 2-2. Scotland scored 2 free kicks in the last sort of 10 minutes or something like that. I remember that, and it was at Hampden Park. And then Kane scored in the last minute.
Well, I can say from now, I think there's more pressure on Scotland right now to win this because they don't got no points. So they're most likely going to want to go out and attack, and which could leave some spaces open, which Raheem Sterling will probably.
But what I'd say is, I think there is pressure on them to win, but they're not going to go out to attack to win. They're going to think, let's sit and play on the counter. And the best way of winning is winning like a 1-0, either a counter goal or a set piece. So,
I hear that.
Yeah, either way, I think that's what we're going to see from them. But yeah, the pressure is definitely. I mean, there's 2 types of pressure. The pressure for them to win, to go, to have a chance to go. But there's a pressure on England to win because England should be beating Scotland, and England knows
I hear that.
Beat Scotland.
The pressure is on Gareth Southgate for making such a silly lineups. We're missing out Jack Grealish again, but all in all, Croatia's got a draw and a loss. England could potentially have. Golly, you know what? They can probably go on and lose this, knowing England, but they still have a chance because their last game is against will be Czech Republic, and I believe they can get a result against Czech Republic. So because of Croatia slipping up, I feel like this gives them a chance. We could potentially end up leaving this. This group could be ended up being Czech Republic and England go through.
yeah, I think that's.
If you're not careful. If you're not careful,
I think that's a big possibility.
Because Croatia don't look.
England will likely rotate in the last game if they win today.
Croatia doesn't look too good. They haven't looked the Croatia that we know. But again, that's just probably the age, isn't it?
Let's see. Someone said yes, Mason Mount, Champions League winner. He said Grealish should be starting over Sterling. No, Sterling can't.
No. We really talked about the lack of pace.
I would say definitely over.
There's no pace.
I'll say over Foden. I can understand why Sterling is starting, and that's cool, and we need that pace in behind. So yeah, Foden. It will be Foden probably that should get rotated.
No bias from CFC,
I mean, like,
Gem, Reece James, and another Ben Chilwell. Come on, Ben Chilwell ain't coming on, or he ain't playing in it.
So sorry, who the left back? Luke Shaw and
James. Go on, Ramsey.
And Reece James, okay.
With Grealish, yeah. It just like for me, should he be starting? Would I start him? Would I have started him in the first game? Probably, yeah. But the way England playing like well enough and win the result, this like that front three should continue again. Like I don't feel the need for him to need to change it out of nowhere. Foden did okay. Probably should have scored. He probably should have scored. But listen, but at the same time, if this is Southgate's best 11, right? And I'm not saying this is, but if this is his best 11, he's got to want a bit of consistency from it. And if England win today, the next game they're against Czech Republic. They're probably going to change up the team. That's the opportunity for players that aren't in the first team to get an opportunity to get into the first team to prove a point. But like Foden isn't so much of a worse player than Grealish that it's like a monstrosity for Grealish not starting for me.
No, it's not a monstrosity. It's not a monstrosity, but what it tells me is that Grealish will probably start the third game, especially if they win today. I'm sure he will start the third game regardless, to be honest. I mean, if they lose today, then he has to start the third game because it's like clearly whatever he do ain't good enough. So whatever the result today, I think Grealish will start the third game. But man will have to drop a 10 out of 10 to even have an inkling of starting the last 16 game or any of the knockout games. And for me, he is better than Foden. Like, I'm not saying Foden's not good, but I think he just is better than Foden, and therefore the best players should start. And I hear you. They won the game. You can stick with the front three, but by the same notion, they won the game. He could stick with the same back four because they kept a clean sheet. But that's not the case. Everyone's like, yeah, they won, but still got to bring in Shaw. Kyle Walker didn't have a great game, etc., etc. So, yeah, you can stick with the same team, but he didn't. But he changed the people that he wanted to change, and I don't think the front three were that dynamic over the 90 minutes. Kane starts regardless. So that's what, even if you had a stinker in the first game, you start Kane. That front three weren't dynamic enough that they should be guaranteed a start in the next game or this game we're talking about.
When the goal went in, was Foden even on the pitch?
Yeah, he was.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he was. But Foden faded as the game went on. Again, it's not knock out Foden. He started bright and then he faded. So I don't think his play should just be secure.
But do you think the other option? But do you think the other reason is because Foden, he maybe wants Foden coming in on his left foot from the right hand side, and Grealish is right footed and not used to playing on the right at all. Whereas Foden
maybe
has played across.
I would have had Sterling on the right anyway. Sterling on the right, Grealish on the left.
Listen, with them attacking,
do you lose something with Sterling on the right?
I don't think so. Because Sterling ain't cutting it and bending it top bins, is he?
He has done. For City.
Yeah, twice in his career.
I don't think you lose anything with him on the right. I mean, he played on the right when Leroy Sané was Man City's left winger.
He was doing his thing.
He was doing his thing at right wing. But you know what? I'm just thinking about it. With the amount of attacking England options England have, right? They should just go with a 4-2-4 and blow every man out of the water. Literally, Rice and Calvin Phillips sitting deep, and then you just play Rashford, Sterling, Sancho, Kane, or your mix of whatever four you want in those positions.
This guy, football manager 2020.
The way I see it, it's like you're not going to win the tournament anyway. So go out with a bang. I said the same thing about Netherlands,
Turkey.
Yeah, all of them. But I said you're not going to win. So what you got? Oh, by the end of it, we eked out a few 0-0s. No, man, just go all out for it, man. Win a goal in the tournament or something, man. Like, I know every manager.
That's already been claimed.
Yeah. Let me see some of the. Oh, sorry, Jem said Kane not world class until I see trophies. Jem, please. Oh, Shane was. He doesn't.
Hey, listen, I got to jump off. But one thing I would say with Southgate and the way he wants, I think he actually believes that he can eke out these games all the way through. So like not even just like, you can tell in the way he talks when he sets his team to win every game, but not necessarily do it in style, because maybe doing it in style would lose a bit more defensive prowess. But he believes every single time he plays the squad, that squad can eke out or maybe a 1 or 2-0 win all the way through. And I think he's gonna just stick with the same style all the way through.
If you win it by doing it, cool. It's a good result. But I mean, it's you're not, your team ain't built like that. Your team ain't built to eke out results. Your squad is built with ball players, attackers. That
and that's why he's Gareth Fraudgate. The guy doesn't know what he's doing. Normally, go out there and let them vibes at least. Just vibes. Pick a team.
Has he even got his waistcoat? Bring the waistcoat back, man. Life was better when he had the waistcoat.
He's actually a terrible manager. I got no ratings for him. He's so bad, man.
It's pouring out there. Steva FC says, "Come on, Scotland. Come on."
Right.
Wait. Pouring in the England game.
I'm predicting 2-0 England.
What before you bounce, quickly, I just wanted to.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, 1 second. Just wanted to bring up. So obviously on our Twitter, we put up our predictions for the Euros. If you haven't seen it. So yeah, obviously, the winners, I predicted Portugal to win. Ramsey said Belgium, Kyle Belgium, Jay Nat England, and Nat France. Looking at all these predictions, anyone want to change anything? I mean, you can't, but just for the sake of it, anything that you're now doubting about whether you should have picked it or not. I mean, I'm not. That Havertz one's looking a little bit shaky.
It is. Nah, the only one that I'm a bit worried about, not even worried about that, I know it's not going to happen, is there's the Ferran Torres as young player of the year. Man, Spain are straight garbage, man. Get them out of this competition, honestly.
What about you, Roman?
So are Turkey, man. Turkey. But at the same time, it's funny because if Turkey beats Switzerland, they can get through. They can get through anyway on the last game, and then passion comes back into it, innit? So.
Devon, you want to change anything?
Yeah, but I'll take it. Everything else is good.
You're muted.
Yeah. Sorry, the only thing I would change is Grealish, because this fraud can't start him. I said play the tournament. If Gareth Southgate picks him, he will get it. But he's probably not going to pick him. So if anything, that's the only thing I would change, because the man.
What did Carl say to you? He said, Javern, if you're that worried about it, don't pick him. Go with Harry Kane and just be done with it. But no, you decided to say, no, I'm going to stick with it. I'm going to stick with Grealish.
I'm going to stick with it. And you know what? I'm going to stick with it because hopefully this fraud figures out, oh crap, I need Grealish. And then he bangs him in the semis, quarters, and finals, and then wins it, nabs it then, innit? That's all I'm hoping on, innit? Put all my eggs in one basket.
Fair enough.
I'm going to hope for that.
All right, Ramsey, enjoy the game. If we see you after, maybe, unless you might be drunk.
I might jump. Yeah, I might jump on after. I'm not even going out. I'm just going to pick. I'm not even going to watch the game. I'm going to go pick someone up. That's nice. Anyway, but the one thing, and also, big up Che Adams, innit? He playing for Scotland because he couldn't get into the England squad. Let's be real, isn't it? He's from Leicester. Can't get into the England squad. Antigua approached him and he said no, and he said no, he wants to go play for Scotland, so do your thing. All right,
make sure you hit the like button, and everyone watching. Let's see. Mohammed says the hype and arrogance of English fans is actually insane. These guys will never be humble going into the tournament. Delusional people. England are not sniffing that Euro trophy knocked out.
You know what I don't understand about this comment? Like,
you don't understand why Neeks is exaggerating the statement. I know.
I'm dealing with passion how you typed it.
No, that's not, because the word never and the word sniffing was not in capitals, but yet you went, well, never, as in exaggerating the sentence.
The issue I have with this comment is, it's like I never see anyone ever say this about anything else. It's always England. It's always like, oh, England fans this. Listen, Germany fans are just as bad. French fans are just as bad. Every fan is like this, but everyone, it depends on where you live. You would hear it most, because I'm pretty sure in Spain, you're not going to hear England is the best generation and tactical this and all of that stuff. You're going to in Spain, you're going to hear them talk about Spain.
I think what he means is, Javern, is that...
Yeah, but everyone is like that about their team.
No, I'm not saying that they're not. But what I'm saying is, the countries like Germany, like Spain, like France and Italy, they have history. They are winners. And they can be excited to be back in the tournament and win it again. England have never won the Euros. They got one World Cup to their name, which was in 1966. England don't have this kind of reputation. England are another Netherlands. Literally, like, don't win anything. I'm pretty sure Holland fans ain't hyping up and ramping on about, oh, win this and football's coming home. They don't have a right to. They don't have a right to. Yeah, even when Brazil are at their worst, their fans are excited.
So you're not supposed to be happy for your team. You're just supposed to just I'm in the tournament. Yep, go team. Just because they've never won anything.
I'm not saying that you don't support them. Supporting your team and talking about them winning and not. No. Yeah, there's one thing supporting your team. Like for example, in the Premier League, teams are going to support, their Leeds United. Leeds ain't going to win the Premier League, but don't mean that you don't support them. You still back your team and you support them in every game that they play. It's the same for your nation. You support them, but you don't, before the tournament's even kicked off, football's coming home and we're going to win this trophy's coming back. What are you talking about?
But that's what it is. It's just what you men are saying. Passion. They're passionate. They're singing it. It's like, it's coming home. Football's coming. It's their passion. That's how they celebrate. Have their.
You see me.
I'm sure it's like that for other places too. Like you're gonna like no one else in the world says anything about their teams.
No, you know what I would say? I believe when you win regularly, you kind of know when your team is good enough to win or not. So the likes of Spain, Germany, Brazil, France, you can even go to the tournament like, yeah, this team ain't it. This team ain't it. So we're gonna support them, but I don't think we're gonna win it. But England don't even know what success looks like anymore. They just hope that every tournament is the one. And personally, I don't have an issue with it because it doesn't affect me. Like, if you want to celebrate your team and you want to be deluded what, in the end that it turns out to be that you're going to win, then have that moment as a fan. Just know that it's probably going to come all crashing down at the end. And I think England fans kind of accepted that it's probably not. But you know what? For the moments that there's a chance, I'm going to be excited. And I don't have an issue with it. So when he says the hype and arrogance of English football fans, I would, you're muted, by the way. He said the hype and arrogance of English fans. The hype, I don't have an issue with. I think you should hype your team as much as you can.
Mm-hmm.
The arrogance aspect, if you are arrogant about it, 100% that's a problem because you've got no right to be arrogant. But I wouldn't say, it depends who they're playing. They're playing Scotland now, so they're going to be arrogant. Of course, they're like, you small Scots, what are you going to do? We're going to smash you. But I think when they play a France or Portugal, even a Netherlands, I don't think they're going to be arrogant. I think they're going to know their place and say, if we had to go through, we're going to have to do well. But believing is never an issue. Believing in your team, innit? Mr. Mohammed Abdallah.
Mohammed says, every time, man.
So yeah,
I said it's the same thing every time. It's like, fair enough. Like I like over the years, I've just come to realize it. Like, it's like, I know England are not the greatest team, but as everyone goes, the way how people go on about it, it's like they're the worst team in the world. The way how everyone's like, it's like, and it's like they'll be talking like Sweden, for example, or let's say like a Czech Republic. No one ever says anything about them, but then as soon as something happens, oh yeah, it's just like it's like evil. It's just subtle things. Like even with Harry, like he was like, oh, Czech Republic, yeah, Scotland, yeah, they're gonna beat England. I'm like, where are you getting this from? Like it's like there's like this anger towards England. Not that I care, but I just want to know why people are so angry towards them and so triggered
because
whenever it comes to England.
Because England colonized the whole world. I think people have a bit of...
like to say the whole of Africa don't play for France.
Yeah, and well, it depends where you are, where you're from, isn't it? But England, the match has started, by the way.
Yeah, I'm gonna jump off shortly because
that's cool.
But yeah,
Luke Shaw's gone down. He's holding back already. Bloody hell, mate. Thank good. But
I will leave you guys.
Yeah, obviously all of them have colonized. But England were like, England took the biggest share of everything. They made the most from, like, Portugal started the chattel enslavement. England got the biggest share of it. The conference that was to carve up Africa, it was held in Berlin, Germany. England took Britain, should I say, rather, England took the biggest share of it. Then you got the so-called Commonwealth. Like, England are just doing a madness around the world. So I don't blame people for being not liking England. Like, a lot of people don't like America.
Yeah, I understand that, but
because of the same reasons. Right now,
sometimes you gotta put the politics aside. Right now, it's football, isn't it? Football didn't colonize the world.
Football is politics.
No,
I tell you why it's politics. No. Why are countries playing against each other? That's politics. That's politics.
Okay, I hear what you're saying, but I mean in general, like football didn't colonize the world. Like you're here because of what happened of them man there, but you're just playing ball, innit? You're playing ball. So these man there at the stadium, the players, they didn't do the colonization. They didn't do nothing. So why are they receiving?
But they're representing the nation that is responsible.
Hate the nation, but don't hate the football.
No, we don't hate the players. But I don't think they had the players per se. It's like we just hate England, and we see like it's like you go to war. So you don't know the person who's fighting for the other side, but you're fighting for the other side. So I'm gonna kill you. But with all this said and done, a lot of these players like go back and play with each other in their club. So for the 90 minutes or so, yeah, there's a big passion, big rivalry. But for the majority of the year, they're friends. They're friends and they're playing together and all that. So it's deep for 90 minutes or so. And it goes back to business after it. Sammy says, how long time gone? So my one, I'm watching live, 2 minutes 40. All right, so 2 minutes.
You're at where, Neeks?
2 minutes 45.
Okay.
What are you on?
2:20.
Okay. What's this? But they lost to the way some England fans talk, you would think England has 5 World Cup and 5 Euros. No, it's true. It's true. Oh, West Indies got another wicket. Well done. But they lost to the worst sides before. Yeah, well, they got knocked out to Iceland in the last Euros. Kyle, turn your volume down if you can. It's picking up through the mic.
Okay.
Yeah, not massive, but a little bit.
What's that?
All right. Oh, England playing it around. Cut back! Oh, blocked by God knows who that was. I don't know who that was. Could be John Stones. Che Adams. Nice little interplay down England's left around Luke Shaw and who was that on the left? Mason Mount. Shot by Che Adams, blocked by must be John Stones, isn't it? Number 5. Good block because it was goal bound. Scotland still pressing. Oh, tackled.
Pickford. Game's going to be 1-1, isn't it?
You say?
Game's going to be 1-1.
Scotland got a chance. Scotland got a chance. I'll say that. I'll say that.
I'll be honest, you got to score that.
I mean, I don't think he connected brilliantly, but defender was there, innit?
How much time and space he had? Just taking a touch. Quick question: what nationality is Ben White?
White, English.
Oh, so I don't understand. Is he in this? He's not in the squad.
Yeah,
Is he?
he's in the 26, but he's not in the 23.
Oh, okay. Is he not better than Tyrone Mings?
I don't know. I'm gonna be honest. I don't know. I haven't watched enough of Brighton to make that assessment. Tyrone Mings has his faults 100%, but Ben White is quite inexperienced. So,
yeah, I had that. I'm only asking because I just know that over the last couple of seasons, Brighton are just a solid team. Like they don't capitulate or collapse easily. Like, they're solid, and he's in that back line. So I was just wondering.
Well, that's why Arsenal's bidded 40 million for a minute.
It's 45 now.
And they're probably going to reject it. They're going to want 50, innit?
Probably.
Like John Stones.
I was saying to Raz, if they're going to buy Ben White, it's only going to be a successful transfer if they also buy a second centre back. If they buy just Ben White and say, all right, our centre backs are sorted, it will fail. And then people are going to be like, but
I think this is the only centre back they're buying.
But then it's not going to work for them. And then the Arsenal fans are going to be frustrated, and they're going to be like, we wasted 50 million on a centre back that's coming, and it ain't really changed anything. Like, ooh, yeah, I think they need to buy a second centre back.
But they've got obviously Saliba coming back. Maybe he's on loan. Where is he on loan? No, he came from Saint Etienne. I don't know. I can't remember where he's on loan actually. But yeah, he's on loan at the moment, so he might be coming back in. They've sold David Luiz. I think it's like David Luiz out, Ben White in. It's looking like
it's not good enough.
Lahouz is the ref. Who is Lahouz? He's the one who did the Champions League final. Can't see him. Give me a close up of him. Foul by Kieran Trippier. Sorry. Calvin Phillips. On, I don't know who that is actually. I don't know these players, mate. Oh, it's McGinn. Of course. McGinn. Who is Lahouz? Or Lahouz? I don't know.
Who's England's set piece taker now that there's no Trippier? Mount?
Yeah. Oh, sure. Mount and sure. If it's a dead ball, like if it's a direct free kick, then I don't know. Maybe Mount. But if it's like indirect or corners and all that, yeah, Mount and sure.
No. If it's direct, it's Harry Kane. I heard that.
Wait, who did you captain? You have to captain Harry Kane?
No, I just made my team and I haven't made a single change. I'm not managing that. I'm on holiday, just cooling down, man.
Oh, okay. All right.
My head is so deep in next season. I need to come better. I'm in what we call the hyperbolic time chamber, meditating.
So in this fantasy football now, I captained Yarmolenko and he got me 10 points. I think I'm going to stick on him.
Wait, so 5 doubled?
No, sorry. No. He got 10 overall, so 20.
Oh.
Yeah, so because he got a goal and an assist from midfield. So the other option was could go for a striker. For striker, he gets 2. then that would be 10.
What strikers you got left?
Well, Lukaku didn't do anything. Kane and Mbappe. Obviously, Kane today, Mbappe against Hungary. So 2 goals.
You gotta go Mbappe, man.
No, but I'm saying if they get 2 goals, then that will equal what Yarmolenko got. So I would literally need him to get a hat trick of attacking return. So 2 goals and assist or whatever to go past it. 2 goals is still a lot. It's not like Mbappe is the only striker. There's Mbappe, there's Griezmann, there's Benzema. Kane's not scoring a hat trick today. He's not. I can't see it.
Kane ain't even getting a goal, mate. I'll be honest
Well,
with you.
yeah, so Mbappe might get 2 against Hungary. I mean, he could score actually against Hungary, but it's like, do I risk it when I've got the equivalent of 2 striker goals already in the bag?
Yes, blow everyone out the water.
And I'm gutted that I didn't have some Foden's on this right-hand side. Out to Mount. Curls, deflected free corner. I put in Meunier for Belgium instead of Dumfries. I was contemplating, and Dumfries got bloody 14 points yesterday, man. We got a goal, won the penalty, clean sheet. Cost me big time. Meunier got a grand total of 2 points. Neeks Sports, where is your England top? You should have it. Where is yours? Oh, Stones hits the post. Stones hits the post. I got Stones in my team just for the set pieces. Who took that?
Do you actually?
Yeah. Who took that corner? I think it was Mount. Stones rises. Smack off the post. Because remember, Stones got so many goals from set pieces for Man City this year. He's got to actually score that. He's a free header. Let's see what happens. I think he actually jumps a bit early because he's coming down when he heads it. I mean, slightly early, not massively. But he's actually coming down when he heads it as opposed to at his height. At his highest.
Doesn't matter. Should be scoring that because
no, it does because when you jump, of course, he should be 100%. But when you're jumping up, you're in full control of your body because you're jumping in the direction you want. When you're coming down now,
I just think I just seen the slow mo like
he's already.
He's got to be scoring that.
Yeah, but because he's coming down, all he can do is try and direct his header. As opposed if you're up, that you can. Oh, someone's got to score. Mount, you've got to score that. I got Sterling.
I got Matt that was a Ronaldo in his prime leap, man. The guy came out like a salmon out of the river, man.
Yep.
Damn.
Oh, Mount, you got to open your foot out better than that, man. You have got to. I got Sterling in my team.
Well, said it in the last game when Foden hit the post, and now Mason Mount. Grealish would have scored that.
Great leap from Stones, but you got to score. What happened? I missed it. What happened? Pickford's on the floor. Was that a chance? Ball through. Oh, Pickford got there before the striker. Fair dues, matey. I saw a tweet. Someone said, "I love when rain on the crossbar falls after someone hits the frame." Oh. What happened there? Kyle Finn's just fouling all over the place. Man's gonna get himself booked soon.
He's getting ahead of himself because he put in the man.
One look of man of match performance, and man thinks he's prime Zinedine Zidane. Needs to relax. 15 minutes gone. 3 good chances in the game. 3 good chances. 1 from Scotland early on, Che Adams. And then 2 from England, Stones and Mason Mount. Interesting game. That's what I'll say. Interesting game. And F says, sorry, I'm late, unable to watch due to work. What's the 4-1-1? Well, yeah. Tyrone Mings getting turned, but strong enough. What is the 4-1-1? No Walker, no Trippier. Yellow card. Who got booked? McGinn got booked for chatting to the ref, asking for something, it looks like. Let's see what's happened. So Mings and their striker was tussling. It's a man's game, man. Get up. Ain't no issue with that. McGinn must have been complaining maybe to the ref. Yeah, so what's a 4-1-1? No Walker, no Trippier, Shaw and James in, who's just made a bit of a mistake there on the touchline. Tierney and Billy Gilmore start for Scotland. McTominay moving back to centre back, and it's been a pretty even game so far. Scotland are probably slightly edging it, even though you'd say England have had the best chance, which was the Stones one. So that is the 4-1-1. The passion of Scotland is coming through. Ball launched into the box, header 1. Who is the other striker? I need to get his name because I actually don't know who it is. They're showing that Stones header again. Yeah, he's got to score. He's got to score. Who is their other striker? Dykes and Adams up front. Who's up top? Same front three. Yeah, Foden, Kane, and Sterling. Ball over the top to Foden. I think he's offside, but he takes it down. Foden! Oh, he's missed a sitter. I think he gets offside flag anyway. Brilliant takedown, but misses the target completely. Yeah, he's offside, clearly.
Good said it twice before, and I'll say it again.
You got to hit the target. Got to score that. Who played that ball? It was a good ball though. I don't know if it was Reece James. I'm not sure.
It was Calvin Phillips.
Okay. Calvin Phillips balling again, yeah. Man alike.
Prime Zinedine Zidane, isn't it?
Better than. So obviously
you got to at least hit the target there, man.
Yeah, you got to. Yeah, you got.
That was like Morata, man. Jesus Christ.
Yeah. That's the one thing with Foden. I think is shooting. That's the one. Like sometimes he's got a decent shot on him, but a lot of times I think that's the one thing you can say that can improve. And if he can improve that to the level of like the rest of his football, then what a damn player we're gonna have on our hands. Ramos has left Real Madrid. What's your thoughts on that, Carl? La Liga's there for the taking for Barca.
I mean, he's been saying for a number of years that he's ready for a new challenge, so it doesn't even surprise me. It would just be interesting to see where he goes. I don't know if he's comfortable in Spain and wants to stay in Spain, or he's willing to go to like the Premier League or somewhere. But generally, I think if you get his experience and his passion and just he's Sergio Ramos. If Man United snap him up and play him alongside Maguire, could be a thing, Could be a thing. Like you've always wanted someone that could play the ball out and carry the ball forward. Ramos can do that. Like Ramos is known for doing that. Yeah, he's got a couple errors in him, but tell Maguire to sit deep and soak up the pressure. Let Ramos do everything else.
No, listen, I would take Ramos. Don't get it twisted. I'll take Ramos in a heartbeat, but I would rather Varane. Like Ramos.
He's not going anywhere.
Just relax. Ramos on a free or Varane for 50 million. I'm taking Varane for 50 million.
Get them both.
I mean, if you can, the wages for Ramos will be mad though. But Varane and Maguire, Ramos and Maguire. I mean, get them both. You get Ramos and Varane at the back of it. I'll take that. What's happened?
But literally, he could go anywhere. I could actually see him going PSG.
Yeah, I think that's a big possibility. I mean, could go Man City. There's talk about Laporte and Ake leaving. So
Ake just come, brother.
Yeah, but man can't get a game
because he's rubbish.
Well, that's
I don't know why they even bought him.
I think just for the English quota to fill the squad space.
No, I think it was a panic buy. They were like, we don't know which defender's gonna work, so we buy them all, and whoever doesn't work goes. Whoever does work stays. I think it was just a panic buy, honestly.
They should have bought Ben White.
Nika, please.
Heck, if they sell Ake, they might well go in for Ben White because they need the English players. They need to fill the English quota.
You don't have to.
No, well, yeah, but you have a reduced squad.
Yeah.
I think they're gonna want. I mean, money's not an issue, is it? Let's see what these tweets are saying. Trust me, this England team can do without Harry Kane. Please.
No, it cannot.
Please.
Because we saw what the England team looked like in the friendlies before the Euros without Harry Kane, and they were diabolical. Exactly. Struggle to put the ball in the back of the net. Struggle. People like to say, they can do without Harry Kane. We've seen what England looked like without Harry Kane, and they are terrible. They are terrible. You just need to play. The problem with England is Gareth Southgate isn't playing to England's strengths. He's playing literally opposite to how the players want to play. That's why they're struggling. That's why they play so bad, because Gareth Southgate, like, if you have a team full of defensive players, then you can play defensively and say we can eke out 1-0. But if you got an attacking team, you have to play to your strengths.
Yeah.
Spain don't go out there and say, we're going to sit back and soak up all the pressure and win 1-0. They will probably lose every game 4-0. You have to play to your strengths. Whether you win or you lose is another thing, but you have to give yourself the best chance, and that's playing to your strengths. And for me, for England, you have to make the team around Harry Kane, because one, he's your best player, and two, he's pretty much your only goal scorer. Like, he's out and out, like, by far than anyone else in that squad, their best goal scorer. So you have to make the team around him. Get players in and around that's gonna run in behind, cut back, cross the ball to him. Like, make the team around Harry Kane. And the way that they're playing now and the team is set up is so against Harry Kane. Like, England are gonna struggle this tournament, man. They're not gonna go very far. Not playing like this, they're not.
Well, the first and foremost, Kane needs service, innit? Like, Kane can
100%.
supply, he can supply others. So if you're gonna say Kane, all right, you're gonna be supplier, then you gotta have you gotta have Rashford and Sterling to run in behind and let Kane find you. But you want Kane to score your goal because he's a bad goal scorer, sick goal scorer. Then you gotta have some creators out wide. Foden is very good, but Grealish is a better creator. Sancho's a better creator. Sterling's not going to create. So cool, I understand. You've got to play Sterling. It's a different pace on the wing. Cool. The other one has to be your best creator. Has Kane even had a chance in 90 plus 24 minutes? Oh, I didn't play that one.
I can't even remember a decent shot from him. I can't remember.
Over a game and a quarter. He hasn't had one.
And that isn't acceptable.
Yeah, it's a long tournament for England still.
Raheem Sterling is rubbish, man. Any half decent player just beats the man there, man. Just ding past him, man. A step over or something. He's so rubbish, man. The ball getting stuck under his feet. Oh, man. I hate Raheem Sterling, man. Honestly. I've never liked this guy, man. Get him out of here. Bring on Rashford.
I'm seeing bare Kane hate on the timeline. Like England are winning 3-0 and Kane ain't done that. What about the other guys? Oh no, it's a free kick. I thought he was in. Listen, people need to realize that Kane is still England's best player. So.
Yep. Do you reckon the other players of the tournament watch all the other games that are playing when they're not playing?
Some players do. I think others, a lot of players don't even watch football on their time off. They just play it, and it's like that's enough. I train every day. I play the 90 minutes. I don't need any more football consumption. Sammy says, I remember that 3-week period in 2019 when Laporte was world class. He's still a top quality centre back. All over the top.
Who's that? Ramos?
No, Laporte.
Oh.
Make it around him, but beating on the front foot minimum. Southgate is not about the fluid, free-flowing football. It's funny though, because you speak to 100 different people and everyone has a different opinion about what to do with England. And obviously a lot of it is based on the teams they support. So they're like, Mount, Reece James, Chilwell should be playing. And then Man United fan might be like, nah, sure. Rashford, Sanchez should be playing. But one thing everyone agrees with, regardless of you, is that Grealish should be playing.
Yep.
I see one person saying Mount and Foden the best players on the pitch. Next person saying Billy Gilmore bossing it. Like literally everyone's seeing different stuff. In reality, it's 0-0. Nobody cares. Okay, he's bossing it. It is 0-0. Ball in. Kane. Oh, it was a bit ahead of him. It was slightly ahead of him. Oh. He was maybe just onside, maybe. Unlucky Kane.
Cue the Kane hate.
Yup, everyone's gonna be like, should have scored it. Yeah, look, as we just said. So I said unlucky Kane. See here. Oh, Harry. Kane, you're a striker, bury that. Kane struggling to get onto a cross. Mate, number 9, my why is it Kane that's still allowed on the pitch? Oh, what? I can't take I can't take some football fans.
I tell you what, any other player on that pitch, apart from Reece James, because obviously he's crossing the ball, any other one of those 9 other players are trying to run onto that ball, they pull out and just give up.
Oh yeah, 100%. Oh, great save by Pickford! What a shot! Who shot that? Oh, O'Donnell! What a shot!
And I think the ball zipped away from him because the floor's so wet.
Yeah,
the ball just zipped away from him.
On the volley from O'Donnell. Great save by Pickford.
Oh, what great save. I just want to say Kyle Walker would never get chopped out the game like that at right back. That's poor from Reece James. Just getting chopped like that.
I need to see it again. Did he get chopped?
Bro, the guy got chopped in the half, man. Oh my goodness.
I need to see that again.
Reece James got sent. Oh my god. Kyle Walker would never have that.
I need to see that again. Give me a replay, man. Forget the live football. Who cares about the live football? Was it Tierney? Look, so Tierney chopping up Reece James.
Tierney chopping up Reece James. The guy got chopped. Trust Ramsey. Tierney. Tierney chopped Reece James, boy.
I mean, this defense needs Maguire, innit? Leave ball over the top from Shaw into Foden. Bad touch outplay. So yeah, look at this. I wish Southgate would realize that there are other options on the bench. Why always Kane? Who?
What is wrong with people? No, seriously, what is wrong with people?
Who?
You want him to play Dominic Calvert-Lewin? What do you want? Ollie Watkins. I know he didn't make it, but you want Ollie Watkins. Who is it that you want up front?
I can't do.
You want Mason Mount false 9?
I can't deal. Man, hey, what do you mean there's other? No, there are no. Man said Ollie Watkins.
They must want Mason Mount false 9. Because they can't be talking about Rashford up top. Can't be.
Yeah, exactly. Like,
Can't be.
It can't be.
People have to understand and respect. Harry Kane plays for a team that has won 0 trophies and has about 4 golden boots to his name. Who is it you want him to play?
Man was playing to pay Foden falls 9.
Must be.
What the hell was that Mason Mount?
Dominic Calvert-Lewin. Nah, man. I don't know what people are even trying to say, man.
People just say stuff. People just say stuff for the sake of it. All right, my Tierney tweet's getting a bit of likes. Chop out Reece James, yes.
Yeah, that's what they should. That's what they should be focusing on.
Oh, misses the touch.
That's what they should be focusing on. Tierney chopping up Reece James. Question why Reece James is playing. Guy's getting chopped up by the left centre back.
Someone just said James always getting moved to by Kieran Tierney. Tierney's a baller, though.
He is. He's
a baller.
Remember when Arsenal signed him, and everyone was saying, he's number 1 in the Scotland team at left back, and I was like, "But there's Robertson." They're like, "No, he's better than Robertson."
Yeah. I mean, they play both, innit? You can't have both in the team. You're like, yeah, we're going to pick one over the other. Who do you think you are? France? Like, you're not. You play them both. You find a way. And I mean, he's been playing left centre back for
Arsenal.
At times, yeah, when they play the three at the back, that is.
They play like Maitland-Niles or Saka at left wing back, or something like that.
Ramsey's gonna be talking about. Oh, he's back. You're back. You're back from your trip.
Briefly, yeah. I said I've got to go again in a bit, but I'm back.
Did you see Tierney mash up Reece James?
Yeah, I see that.
I didn't even see it. I was putting on this. My light went off, so I had to change the light, and then I just see the save. I didn't even see what happened before it, and they didn't even show the proper replay.
But you know what it was? It's because he's left-footed, left-footed that Reece James thinking that he's gonna whip this in with the left foot.
Then he scored that banger against, was it West Brom in the snow where he cut in on his right?
Yeah, that was his right foot. Yeah.
It's a decent game. Game.
Tierney's gone over.
What's he holding? He's holding his calf.
About to get a new 5-year deal.
Was it 5 years?
Yeah.
I mean, Chelsea fans are so, what's the word? Biased. That's the word I'm looking for. Listen, at one moment, Reece James balling. Obviously, man got chop up. Next tweet, Mount is England's best attacker. But like, you switch on quickly. No, address the elephant in the room. Address it. Can't just move on after you gassing him up.
Don't know how Foden wasn't booked for that. Not really.
Scotland on the attack.
That is awful.
Too heavy. Ramsey, are you watching on like terrestrial TV with an aerial? How are you ahead of me? We're both on Freeview TV.
Are you
on the map?
I'm at the TV. What minute are you on now?
I am on. No, we're like maybe a second apart. 37:03.
Yeah, I'm 05.
Yeah, like, you're just ahead of me. Like, and I'm like, we're both watching on TV.
Well, I'm on ITV. I'm on ITV HD.
That would be delayed. That should be delayed. I have to run through them pixels even better. I was like, ball's too long. I'm like, ball's too long. Let's see. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, are you watching the whole game?
Terrestrial TV is 2 seconds behind. Yeah.
Say what?
I'm back on. I'm on. Terrestrial TV is 2 seconds behind of the HD channel.
Are you serious? That's a madness. That's a madness. Have you watched the whole game?
Not really. Bits and pieces. I saw Stones' header at the post.
Oh, okay. That was a long time ago.
He's got a squad.
I mean, I'll say it's been an even game, to be honest. Oh, good punch by Pickford.
Yeah, it does look like. I mean, like looking at it from now, Scotland are on the ball, and you know what I mean. They're playing. They're doing their thing.
Yeah, I mean, Shane said he wasn't talking about Scotland when he said better possession team, but maybe you should have been, bro. No, they're doing their thing.
Saying this game's crying out for Jack Grealish.
Yeah, every game is.
Oh yeah, I forgot there's 5 subs, but they can only be using 3 windows still, isn't it?
Yeah.
And half time, so 4 windows.
Oh, it's half time, not one of the windows.
Yeah, it's not because he didn't actually start the game because the game hasn't started yet.
Okay. So 39 minutes gone. Come up to 40 minutes 0-0.
What was you saying about Rashford? I heard something about Rashford coming on for Kane or something. Something else.
No, you know, there's a tweet about someone said, does Southgate not know he's got options on the bench? Why does Kane have to start all the time?
No, silly. But I mean, Kane has to start. It's one of them ones. Kane has to start, but it's just. I just wonder if this is not. It's not going to be his tournament. You know, sometimes it just doesn't.
Yeah.
It doesn't drop for him like that, and he's not going to be one searching, making all the mad runs.
Because the team is set up all wrong. I'll be honest.
You know, I don't think it's set up wrong, but I don't think it's set up right enough for Kane. I don't think England based their whole game around Kane,
and they should do
the way Spurs do.
And they should do
everything with Spurs is Kane and Son. Son run off Kane and then find Kane. Kane run and find Son. But the thing is, because England's obviously got better players than Spurs, they think they can just every man can just control the game, innit? Because even Sterling, even though he does run in behind, doesn't make them same sort of runs that Son does.
I mean,
it's just benefits.
He's just not as good as Son.
Yeah. But like Son, if Son played left wing here, he'd be making them diagonal runs into the box, like looking to just feed Kane for the tap in or something like that. And also, it's one of them ones for England, yeah. As soon as the ball goes into the box, everyone wants to score. Everyone wants the glory. Not everyone's trying to look for Kane all the time.
You got to look for Kane.
You should be. See that debate yesterday they were having about strikers should be shooting and not trying to square it when they're 1-on-1 with the goalkeeper.
Was that Rob Earnshaw?
Yeah, well, not all of them. It was Rio Ferdinand and Gary Lineker and Alan Shearer in the Netherlands game were saying that, you know, that shot that Depay missed. They're saying Workhorst should have shot. Why is he squaring it to Depay? It's like they weren't even trying to criticize Depay because Workhorst should have shot as a striker. But it's like
Workhorst knows he's trash. That's what.
Yeah,
that's what Jota did. Jota shot. He should have passed to Ronaldo.
But this is the thing. Sometimes you just even as a striker.
Yeah,
you gotta just look. Sometimes you gotta just look for the better option. It's not always.
You see me as a striker. If you're the striker, if you're the main goal scorer, I don't have an issue with you shooting. If you're the main and you're the main and a good goal scorer, I don't have an issue with you shooting in an area where it's like you should have. But if you're not, and there's someone who's in a better position, I think you should always look for that pass. Always.
But what about if you are the striker and you're passing it to someone else? And they miss. Do you get the criticism for not shooting? Should you get criticism for not shooting because someone else didn't?
It depends on the game situation. If it's like this is the winning goal late, striker, you got to take it. Striker, you got to shoot. You got to take it on you to shoot.
I disagree, man. As the striker, I think I pay you the big monies to make the decisions that give the team the best chance to score.
No. I pay you the money to score goals. That's what I pay you to do.
Yeah,
but
get the team bare goals. But if they're 1-on-1 and a simple cutback is available for someone to tap it in, by all means, pass it to them. I don't have an issue with them passing.
That person isn't a striker. Oh, if it's a tapping on 2 yards, you know, like Aubameyang passed it to not 2 yards, but passed it to what's it called? Emil Smith Rowe against Chelsea for it. Yeah. Aubameyang wasn't going to score from there. He could have shot, but he wasn't going to score from there. But Kane against Croatia, I don't have an issue with him shooting, you know. It's just that he didn't score because Kane scores that 7 out of 10 times, I think. Even though Sterling,
but like the one yesterday,
Sterling he probably scores it 9 out of 10 because Sterling ain't sure in front of goal, even an open goal. So,
but that one yesterday, the workhorse to Depay, it was like workhorse is a striker and Depay is a striker anyway, so they're both striker. Maybe you say Depay is more clinical. Workhorse has passed it to Depay to give him an opportunity for a tap in, and Depay has missed it. For me, there should be no criticism on Workhorse there. That's all on Depay.
No, for me, all
yesterday, of it. Like not one.
I think the pass
there's a lot of criticism from the strikers.
I think the pass was the right decision yesterday. Half time, 0-0. No, yeah, I think Workhorse. I don't think Workhorse should be criticised for that.
Because Jermaine, you know what it was? Actually, Jermaine Gina said it in commentary. Why is he passing? He should be shooting. And that's when the debate started. And then someone on Twitter started getting at Genius, and Genius started going at him and saying, "Nah, you don't know football. You don't know football as a striker. You should be shooting. You shouldn't be passing in that position."
Yeah, but these guys have to realize that football's evolved. It's not just as simple as strikers. There's forwards, your main goal scorer. You look at Firmino, right? Firmino will pass the ball to Salah. You don't say as the striker you should be shooting. No, football's not as black and white as it was back in the day. You're up front, you score all the goals. You have forwards, you got players that play wide that score more goals than the people that are playing further up the pitch than them. Like Salah's Liverpool's main outlet, main goal scorer. If he's taking the shot, I ain't got an issue. The guy scores both their goals. I know there's some Liverpool fans that don't like his greediness and his eye for goal, but he scores most of your goals. That's what he's paid to do. Put the ball in the back of the net. But
I'm on that same thing. I think like no matter who it is, like if you're a striker, even if you're Harry Kane, an opportunity and you choose to pass to someone else and they miss and they should be scoring, that's all on them. That's not even on you for a cent. Like even if you could have scored the goal, but you chose to pass and they should have scored, it's literally all on them. You shouldn't get criticized for that. You shouldn't get criticized for giving someone a clear goal scoring opportunity, even though you had maybe a chance to shoot yourself.
But that Workhorse one, whatever the guy's name is, I don't think it wasn't a tap in. It was far from.
It was 1-on-1, but it was at an angle. It wasn't like a
Listen, for me, he made the right decision to pass the ball. Like that was the right decision.
Yeah, 100%.
Because it was like shooting 50-50. Yeah, 1 second, Jem. I'll send that to you. I'll send to you on WhatsApp. What am I saying? I think that was the right decision for him to pass that ball. The Depay should have scored. I don't know what Genius will do too much.
Yeah.
It's similar to the what's it called? I'll say Rob Earnshaw. I can't remember. It was for Ukraine. Whoever that guy scored.
Yeah.
And Rob Earnshaw was like, he should have shot the first one. And I'm like, nah, because the angle you're at, it's against you. You can score, of course, but the angle's actually against you because you have to go at the near post.
Sometimes you just want to make it easier for yourself or for the teammates.
For the team. For the team. That's what it
is.
All right, Chelsea bias fan.
Talk to me about Reece James. Start off with Reece James.
I think he's been good, very good. If you want my honest opinion, I think he's shown why he needs to start, but that's my biased opinion. Anyway, going into this game, look, what I was trying to say to you, Neeks, in the group chat earlier is, from what I've seen so far, there's too much. We're not moving the ball quick enough, number one. So there's no space to be created. So when you've got someone like Sterling on the pitch that you want to run behind and that space isn't there, for me, he becomes more ineffective. The reason I was saying to you about bringing Jack Grealish on the pitch is because when you're playing a team that don't want to give you space and they just want to sit, you need to sort of attract players. You need to get their players to sort of run at Grealish for the space to open up. So if you have a guy that's so good with the ball at his feet that can naturally attract players, and the likes of Mason Mounts, the Phil Fodens, the Harry Kanes will have that space to run into. And at the moment, I think it's very easy for them just to sit how they're sitting and play how they are, because we're not moving the ball quick enough. Do you know what I mean? So with a Jack Grealish, I think he would give us something a little different, and in that sense. So that's why I would play him. I'd play Jack Grealish because I don't think there's space behind.
I agree. Jack Grealish needs to be on this pitch, 100%,
Yeah.
without a shadow of a doubt. Needs to be on this pitch, but I wouldn't take off Sterling for him, because when you then create that gap or the opening by bringing on Jack Grealish and players being attracted to him, Sterling is best in running in behind. Now, of course, we know technically Sterling's not great, so he might run in behind 10 times and 5 of them work and 5 of them don't. We know that he's a bit hit and miss. But I think the Croatia game for me showed what it is that when he's on point with those runs and the touch, etc., what he can do.
It's just Foden the space there with Sterling, though, isn't it?
Foden ran in today, running behind, great touch, brought it down, and then misses the target. Like I'm not knocking Foden, but goal scoring is not one of his fortes. Mason Mount, goal scoring is not one of his. There's literally the only goal scorers on this pitch in terms of historically are Kane and Sterling, and you wouldn't even say Sterling's a natural finisher in that way. It's just that his movement gets him in those positions. So if you're going to take off a Sterling, for me, you need to bring on someone else whose intent is to score goals, which then.
So why can't you just bring a Grealish and a Rashford?
Well, yeah, if you don't do that, if you do, that's fine. Bring a Grealish and a Rashford on, or a Grealish and maybe a Sancho, even though Sancho's he's not as explosive as Sterling and Kane. But you just need. You can't just have Kane as the only goal scorer on the pitch, especially when he's not even playing number 9. He's doing some Firmino type thing out there.
He's non-existent at the moment. He's been non-existent in 2 games. I don't know what you guys thought about his performances so far, but I just don't feel like we're getting him involved enough. And when we can't get him involved, I panic, because I look at us and I think, where are we going to score? Where are we going to create?
Exactly.
That's what
you're saying.
That's what I was saying. That's what I was saying earlier, Jem. We were talking about Kane earlier. I was saying it's like the team isn't built for Kane, like how Spurs is. Spurs literally is built for Kane to play at his best, whereas England are just kind of built for maybe the individuals on the pitch, because we know that the likes of the players that England have are better than the likes of Spurs players, so they don't have to all necessarily be around that. But as you said, when Kane's your natural goal scorer on the pitch, you got to look to him you got to play him at his best. And again, with Kane, he needs someone to create for him. Sometimes Sterling is not a natural creator of goals. Foden can be, but the likes of Grealish, and the only reason I would say Sancho is because he will get wide and he would put balls in for Kane. Like you can't just rely on Reece James doing that with the whole game. Do you know what I mean? Shaw isn't getting up there enough. Maybe that's tactical, but he needs someone to put balls in the box, and Sancho would probably do that more than maybe a Rashford on that side. But
Sancho floats around a lot, doesn't he?
Say that again, Jem?
No, I was going to say Sancho as a player, he sort of floats around more. He never really holds his position. He'll be at the right, and then he'll be on the left, and then he'll be in the middle. And sometimes that you need that. You need a player that's hard to mark. Do you know what I mean? Especially if there's a player just. If you bring on you see Sterling, for example, I feel like you kind of know where he's going to run, you know where he's going to be all the time. With Sancho, you don't really get that with him, if you know what I mean, in many ways.
Do England need to take off one of the central midfielders?
I don't see the point of Declan Rice and Phillips. I don't know about you guys, but I just
I think both of them together.
But even with
so good.
No, just okay. Even with Declan Rice, I know there's all this hype from a lot of Chelsea fans saying he's this great player, and I've always been a little bit of the opposite with him. But Scotland have had some really good chances in front of goal where our defenders have actually had to come out of position because there's no one in midfield, and it should be Declan Rice that should be there. And I just feel like I don't feel like it works having Phillips and Rice. Why can't we just have one of them and just maybe have another opposing attacker on the pitch, especially when a team's setting up with 4 or 5 in midfield and not really pressing, do you know what I mean? Or going into a 5 when they haven't got the ball, do you know what I mean? So I don't know.
I think at some point he has to gamble because I think they need to win. So I think at
probably half time is the time. What are you waiting for?
Yeah, but maybe half time. I don't know. Gareth Southgate, as we saw in the Croatia game, he would leave it until what he does. He tends to trust the team that he chooses. I've seen that before, even the last World Cup. He will choose a team and trust them to a certain stage, maybe not necessarily knee jerk at halftime.
That's why they call him Ole Gunnar Southgate, because he don't like making
but at the same, putting all that to aside, looking at the players on this pitch, this shouldn't even be in this position. And I think maybe that's what Southgate is thinking. Come on, man. You lot are like, we're saying all of this about all these players, but these are proven Premier League players. Great. Sterling, Foden, and Harry Kane bag every week against these same opposition in the Premier League. Like what? Like you should there should be no excuse. Like if England lose this game,
it's embarrassing.
It's not because they didn't play Grealish.
Yeah, it's not because Grealish could be in the same position with everyone else on the pitch, not stepping out. I feel like everyone needs I feel like literally the whole 11 man need like a level up, like to step up the game another notch. John Stones should be scoring that goal. Hands up, that is a 100%. Golden opportunity. That's poor. Like he's free as a bird. He should be scoring, man. So yeah.
So I put a tweet. I said England's only chance of success, I didn't even mean in terms of this game specifically, I just mean in general, is getting Kane scoring, not taking him off. And then someone replies, Kane off, Sterling off, Jack Grealish and Dominic Calvert-Lewin on. I'm just like, so that's what's going to win England the Euros. Dominic Calvert-Lewin.
It's not. But do you not think in certain games, maybe a Calvert-Lewin could be beneficial?
No.
In terms of the way we play. In terms of the way we play. That's what I'm trying to say.
I agree.
By the way, England.
But not the one take of Kane. As someone said, it was you, Carl, that said earlier, go 4-2-4. Go 4-2-4. Like, what the hell? Sorry.
Definitely. Like, listen, all of those players on the bench have, like, in terms of attacking prowess, have an opportunity, like, can play a role in this team. But it doesn't involve taking Kane off when you need to score a goal. When you need to score a goal, you have to just leave Kane on.
We're not the first thing that we've got to do going into the second half is move the ball fucking quicker, because at the moment it's so predictable. It's so easy for them to just sit in front of us, and we're going sideways too much as well. It's too predictable. We're not really pulling them out of position. This is why I said that Jack Grealish might be very good, because even if he comes deep and picks the ball up, you know he's going to run with it. He's going to run with it, isn't he? Do you know what I mean? That's what you need sometimes, you know. So. I don't know. We have to see, but I'll let you crack on anyway. I'm going to go and watch the second half. I'll talk to you in a bit. See you later.
There's a tweet from Away Days, a big gunner. So to be fair, it's almost impossible. It's an almost impossible task for James today, playing against two of the best left backs in the league.
It is, isn't it? But you got to jump to do, isn't it? It's tough, but that's what you're there to do. And the thing is, Southgate would know that. So Southgate's either the plan is that Foden should be stopping the Tierney run on that side, or Reece James has to just handle them both. Like that would have been a strategy today to say, listen, they're both coming at you. You gotta do something. And he could have gone with the 5 at the back. He didn't. Obviously, he went with Reece James. Now that luckily he got away with that. That Scotland missed that chance. But if Scotland scored that goal, Reece James would get heavily criticised for that. Because he completely got sold. And you know, yes, he's left-footed, but in international football at this level, there will be man that will be using their both feet and they will be sending you that way, and you can't overcommit that much. And that's one of the reasons why I like Kyle Walker, because if he overcommits, he will get back and stop that cross somehow. He just got that about him to just, his recovery is sick. Kyle Walker's recovery is sick. That's what I like about him. And I feel Trippier is maybe a bit more smarter defensively, so he won't necessarily get sold. But then obviously,
I think James has a lot of learning still to do.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
He does.
Tweet here says Foden and Sterling are proof that Guardiola is a genius. He single-handedly convinced people Foden is at Mbappe's level.
I don't think anyone believes that Foden is at Mbappe's level. I think the worst that we heard.
You say that, Cal, but people talk about him like he's world class.
No, I think the worst that we heard.
It's the potential.
I think the worst that we heard. I think it was the season where we had Man City get the 100 points, the Centurions, and people were talking about Raheem Sterling, saying he's on the same level, or if not better than Neymar. I think that's as bad as we got.
I mean, that's terrible. That's awful.
Yeah. The thing is, it's hard because Pep has a certain way of playing, which is completely different to how England have and play. So obviously, you're not going to see the same the same players, even though they're playing together, playing the same way, because it's just not how the two managers work. So you're going to be seeing different things. You may even see better things from them in certain times, but you're going to see, because Pep is such a genius in what he does, it changes like over. It changes everything in how they play. Foden's role at Man City is completely different to what he is now. He doesn't even play on the right for City because Riyad's there. It's like he's barely on that side. So it's like, it's tough, isn't it? You can't expect to see that exact same thing. And then maybe it's a bit like that with Kane. Maybe it's a bit like that with Kane. You don't always see the same Harry Kane here as you will for Spurs. That's what needs to change. Looks like there's no changes at halftime.
I'm not surprised.
Yeah. He's trusting his team. But listen, if England win 1-0, they win 1-0.
It's not good enough. It's not good enough. Now, we've got to be realistic. You say the first game, you say, cool, 1-0 against, a strong Croatia side, blah, blah, blah. We have to, do what you had to do against that midfield. Cool. Now you got to start laying down markers. Now you got to say, all right, when we play a team now, this is England got to be saying, when we play a team, they need to be scared. You win 1-0 against Scotland, ain't nobody taking you seriously. Right now, Jack Grealish, about for warming up, sitting down. Right now, teams are scared of Belgium and they're scared of Italy. No one's scared of England right now. No one. You'll be wary of certain players and you have plans for players because they've got the individual quality, but just the way that they're playing, you're not scared of it. You're like, yeah, we can deal with that. We can deal with that. And this is a game. And again, I get it's a derby, etc. Scotland are playing well. You got to be laying down a marker, balling behind. Shaw across the box, out for a corner. Cleared by.
I got to jump off again now. I'll try to get back a bit later on.
All right then. Cool.
In a bit.
Yeah, ball pulled across by Luke Shaw. Where's he going? Is it not over corner? Slightly behind Harry Kane, but he had run to the whole. Moada says the holders scared no one until they won it. I agree. As a team, I agree. But when you've got Cristiano Ronaldo, I mean, I guess you can say the same about Kane, but Cristiano Ronaldo's definitely got more pedigree than Harry Kane. When you got Cristiano Ronaldo, you can't not be worried. So there's always that element. But I do hear you. But yeah, for me, this is a game where England have to lay down a marker to say, we have got a chance to win this tournament. I'm not saying they can't win it, even if they were to even draw this game. They can still win it. You never know what can happen. But no one's going to be convinced by them. Not a soul. And F says, we can't look objectively at Liverpool players and Man City players because the team is so system oriented. That we as clubs get specific and specialist players who can be transferred into basic 4-3-3 systems. No, yeah, and I was actually going to say that 100% all ball across by Sterling. Foden did not get a connection on it. I agree. Like Pep Guardiola will say, shot! Oh, good save. Mason Mount shot saved by, I don't know who, Marshall, the Scotland keeper. Yeah, that ball was moving. Yeah, Foden didn't get to the ball. Robertson got across. Yeah, Pep Guardiola will say, this is how I'm going to play. These are the players I need to do that. So if Foden couldn't do what he needed him to do for Man City, he wouldn't be in the team. Whereas Gareth Southgate, so all international footballers, are like managers, these are the players I got to choose from. Let me try and make it work. It's a different way of going about the same job. You go with the players and create a system for those players, as opposed to going with a system and getting the players for that system. Delphra says Neeks, England are playing for the second place. Well, yeah, maybe so they can avoid the team who comes second in the group of death. Maybe, you never know. If they don't win this game, they may well rotate in the last game against Czech Republic, which may mean drop points. You never know. Daily Bits Hey, I found this channel randomly, but I recognize you from Football Terrace. Yes, I'm a member of the Football Terrace. So smash a like button and subscribe to the channel.
If
Thank
they
you.
draw this, they could very well end up finish third in the group.
Who they playing? The Czech Republic, Scotland. Yeah, they could, because then three teams could end on 4 points if they draw this game.
Yeah.
3 teams could end on 4 points. It'll go to head. So, and then goal difference.
No. It wouldn't be 3 teams on 4 points.
Yeah, because Czech Republic's on. Oh,
Czech Republic would be on 7.
Oh yeah, sorry, it'd be 2. Yeah, 2 teams. So it'll either be Croatia or Scotland on 4 points. Croatia, they beat, so England will be ahead of them on head-to-head. Scotland is a draw, so it will go to goal difference, which means that at the moment England are better because, well, Scotland lost 2-0, didn't they, to Czech Republic. So England will have to lose by a lower margin. Or Scotland have to beat Croatia by more than 1-0, which isn't going to happen. I say that. Croatia didn't look great today anyway. Daily bits. I don't blame the players. I blame this English Jose Mourinho. He's so defensive. He just wants to 1-0 every game. And he may well do that, but that's only going to get you so far. I wonder, has any team finished 1-0 every game in the tournament and gone on to win the cup? Well, I mean, no, Greece were as close to that as possible. They did win their first game of the tournament 2-1 against Portugal. But let me just go through their results actually, because they were very, very defensive. As Robinson gets down the left-hand side, there's only one Scottish player in the box, and that's cleared easily by Stones out to Reece James, and finally cleared by Declan Rice. And Kane is on the floor again. So let's see, Greece. What did Greece do? Greece beat Portugal 2-1, drew 1-1 with Spain, and lost 2-1 to Russia in the group. And they went through on 4 points. So they went through on head-to-head because they went through on goals scored because they had the same goal difference as Spain. They drew 1-1 with Spain, but they scored 4 goals and Spain scored 2. What a bad Spain team that was. And then in the next round, let's see. In the next round, they beat France 1-0. Then they beat Czech Republic 1-0 in the semis. I remember that. And then they beat Portugal 1-0 in the final. Now, that's understandable. The quality of players that they had, why they're going to play that way. Portugal last time, they drew 1-1 with Iceland, drew 0-0 with Austria, cross by Foden, and then drew 3-3 with Hungary. They beat Croatia 1-0 after extra time, beat Spain on penalties, but then they beat Wales 2-0 in the semis, and then France 1-0 in the final. Guys, I know you will not believe this. Czech Republic will beat these guys. No, I'm saying the way Czech Republic played today, especially in the first half, I believe they can beat England. I'm not saying they will, and they don't need to. They just need a draw to secure qualification. But of course they can. I say need a draw to secure qualification. Depending on the result today, they could secure qualification.
Yeah, if England win, I think they're qualified.
Yeah, they are. Because 4 points, well, not technically yet, but 4 points will be enough for third place team to go through. Six third place teams ain't going to finish on 4 points. That we can guarantee. 1, why Grealish not on? 2, why Grealish not on? And 3, Southgate out. I don't know. And maybe Southgate's here till 2022, innit? Accept it, guys. He will be managing World Cup 2022.
Grealish is literally the answer to everything. It's literally the same thing I was saying in Belgium's first 2 games. Like, they've been playing so bad, and Kevin De Bruyne is the answer to everything. As soon as they bring him on, it's going to revive the Belgian team. And as soon as Kevin De Bruyne came on, game changed dramatically. Guy even got the winner. It's the same. It's the same situation here. Like, it's that when you look at it, right? Even though Belgium won the first game 3-0, the first 2 goals were gifted to them, errors, and they were gifted to them. Belgium didn't play well.
Ball by Kane. James over the bar.
Yeah, they didn't play like 3-0 winners. 2 of the goals were gifted. The third goal, Lukaku's with a through ball shot with the right foot. It was a well taken goal, but it was the end of the game. They probably had given up. But the first 2 goals definitely were gifted to them, and they didn't play particularly well. And what they lacked creativity. They lacked pace, and they lacked someone that was capable of carrying the ball. And that's kind of what Kevin De Bruyne brings. He brings a bit of skill. He brings his dribbling capability. He can carry the ball. He's got his passing range, and just that overall creativity. It's the same thing with Grealish. Like what you guys were saying earlier, like I don't even know why Rice and Fitz both playing. I mean, I know why, because he won his first game with this team. So he thought, if I won against Croatia, I can go and do it again. But it's like he didn't look at the negatives of what happened in that game. Like, even though Croatia played extremely bad, England still couldn't capitalize on how poor they played. England also played very poor, and it's like he looked at it and said, you know what? I'm just going to ignore that, and we're just going to go again. And we're seeing the same problems that we saw against Croatia. That just the general lack of creativity, the lack of someone that is capable of bringing the ball forward, and like you said, just creating that space, because there's not much space for them to work with. Like,
blocked. Oh, that just didn't fall for Che Adams. So go
on. You just need someone, and I've said it all the time. Grealish is a foul magnet, because it's just the way he plays. He's good with the ball at his feet. He can dribble past players, and when it happens once, the defender team will shout over to the defender. If it happens again and Grealish is all over me, just help me out. Come over and just cover me, help me out. They will ask for help, because Grealish is just that type of player that sometimes you need 2 players, sometimes even 3 around him just to stop him in his tracks. And that's what creates the space. At the moment, England don't have that. It's everyone wants ball to feet. And because of it, Kane's getting a lack of service. And then now he falls into his more natural state where he likes to drop deep, a bit deeper for the ball. Like, Kane doesn't have to do that. He can play as a proper out-and-out number 9. But when he's lacking service, he will drop deep to get the ball try and instigate things. And again, the downside to that is England aren't playing with runners. They ain't playing with people that are going to run for Kane to play a ball like he does for Son. So, like, literally, Grealish solves all the answers. Picks up the ball, runs, creates space, dribbles. Like, I just don't understand why he's not on the pitch. I just don't understand. Can't work it out.
Yeah, no, you're right. 100% spot on. Couldn't have said it better. Could not have said it better. The answer is literally is running past him on the touchline. Like, it's literally.
Yep.
It's literally there.
Like, did you not watch the Belgian game and just see the impact one player can make? The difference in one player.
And the thing is,
just bring him on, man. Just bring him on.
He's stubborn for his own good. It's like he's basically cutting off his nose to spite his face. He's cutting off his nose. He wants to, he don't want people to say, see, you're an idiot. You should have done this from a long time. Look, admit defeat. You were wrong not to start him and not to pick him in the side months ago. You were wrong. Accept it. The nation will love you more for it. Because if you pick Grealish and England go on and win the bloody Euros, like, what can anyone say to you? Oh, you should have picked him earlier. No, you did it and you won. Crossed by, I don't know who that was. That Shaw? Crossed by Shaw, but the ball was over Foden. Kane on his left. Oh, blocked. I think that's Kane's first shot. Other than the diving header, that was very difficult. First shot of the game, I think. Yeah, someone was saying that the Croatia game, the result was probably the worst thing that could happen to England, in the sense that obviously you take the win in it, you want to get the win, but in the sense that Southgate would look at it like, job done, let's go again. And if he had drawn the game or even lost it, then he would have to have changed something. Now, of course, he played two different fullbacks today, but something in the attacking aspect, midfield or forwards. Why Mount? I mean, Bellingham. Sorry, Bellingham. I'm saying something. Mount running off his man, cross blocked out for a corner. Good work by Scotty McT.
Anika, please.
Scotty McT.
Stop your noise, man.
Grealish getting ready, boy. I like to see good players on the pitch.
Huh?
I just like to see good players on the pitch.
Oh yeah, trust.
I think they're going to check that for VAR because Tyrone Mings was falling down. Crossfield ball over. Oh no, defended well. Yeah. Oh, ball, oh, Sterling's in. He can stand up his defender. What's he going to do? On his right foot. Give it to Foden. No, he doesn't give it to Foden. Blocked by or intercepted by.
Just want to say, Raheem Sterling is not that guy, man.
He's not, is he? He's not. There's a few guys who aren't that good.
I must say, Tierney's a baller, you know.
Yep. He is. He really is. It's a shame he plays for such a dead club.
Dead club.
It's so funny because, you know what's strange? Man City have needed a left back.
Yep.
Arsenal bought him. Oh, great defensive header by Tyrone Mings. That I thought I was dropping right to the
To be fair, at the time they had Benjamin Mendy.
You say that, but they didn't, in the sense that when did Tierney join? Tierney only joined a couple seasons ago. Kieran Tierney joined Arsenal 2019. Benjamin Mendy. Yeah, let's see how much games he even played in 2019. 2018, 2019 season, because he's had his injury issues for so long. And for the amount that Tierney went for, chance Scotland, set piece off the line. Ooh, was that Reece James? Off the
Look at Neeks' face.
England are living on the edge. So 2018-19, Benjamin Mendy played 10 league games. Man City should have booked Kieran Tierney.
Maybe they didn't believe.
After them, I wonder if that was going wide anyway. Let's see. Maybe curling in, maybe. England living on the. Oh, Foden's off for Jack Grealish.
All right. And 0-0, and he's come off again. You're going to take note of that, Southgate. You're going to stop starting Foden now.
All right, let me see. I want to check the stats at this moment when Grealish comes on. See how many chances England have created.
By the way, that off the line, it wasn't on target.
Yeah, you say that. I know what you're saying. I think it could have been curling. Could have been curling onto the post.
It definitely wasn't curling.
Curling. England have 60% possession and 8 shots, 1 on target.
Commentator goes, I think the substitution is by public demand.
Hit the woodwork, 3 big chances, 1 shot on target. 8 shots in total. So let's see what Grealish can. Actually, let me take a look at a screenshot of that, so we can compare at the moment. Punched away by Jordan Pickford from that corner.
Wait, what are you screenshotting?
the stats at the moment that Foden came off for Grealish.
Okay.
All right, let's see. Go through some of these comments. So McTominay is playing CB. Would Ollie ever use him for that role? No. Jose Mourinho did actually at one point, but no. Kane is playing terrible this cup. I wonder if his transfer fee is going down. Daniel Levy ain't watching this cup. He don't give a damn. Excuse me. Imagine if Scotland scored. That would break the internet. Listen, that would be
Jadon Sancho can't even break into the team. One of his transfer fees going down.
Oh, I should do, innit? Come on. Keep him on the bench. Keep him on the bench.
Man United signing third choice right wingers for England. Damn, man. Behind Grealish and Foden and damn, man. That kind of players you're going for. That is terrible.
And F. I said early, Grealish can be what we hope will share. Sorry, I'm just watching the game at the same time reading. Let me just see the end display. Poor ball by, I think that was Rice. Grealish on the ball. Grealish wins the corner. I said early, Grealish can be what we hope Wilshere and Ox to be. Just need him on the cutter edge. Progressive football, drawing fouls and making space for Kane. Ian says, watching England is like watching my mum try and drive a Lamborghini. Maybe, I don't know what that means. Is she good? Do you enjoy watching England?
I think it means painful.
Cross. Who took that corner? It's not a great corner, to be fair. He goes too big. Sorry. Every manager comes in and chooses one player to snub. For Southgate, is Grealish. He would choose his ego over success. This is Jose and Pogba 2.0. Igal said in his channel today, Arsenal are building to win the league next season. Oh, why does Igal do this to himself? Why does Igal send me that clip? Listen, this is my. Oh, you can't see it. Let's see. My friend, go back to that stream, do a screen record, or send me the link and the minute that happened. I'll screen record it myself. Send it to my Twitter page. DM me at Neeks Kwamina. I need to find this. I need this clip. Igal will be held accountable for such comments. England will draw this, but you can't play like this against France or Italy. They're dead in this tournament. Yeah, England ain't got a chance. Snowball.
I don't think you can play like this against anybody. Even Netherlands will eat them alive.
They wouldn't. Snowball held chance. Snowball's chance in house.
Damn, I just realized how bad Man United's team is, man.
Go on.
You got Dean Henderson, that's about third choice goalkeeper for England. You got David De Gea, that's about fourth choice for Spain. Their first choice is one goalkeeper called Unai. Like, what's going on? You got Maguire can't make the England team. Luke Shaw behind Kieran Trippier, a right back. You got Rashford can't touch pitch.
Harry Kane on the chest. Oh, touched it down for Grealish, but blocked. Go on.
Harry Kane. I'm not Harry Kane. You got Jadon Sancho, third choice right winger. Rashford can't touch pitch. You don't got any first choice international players in that squad of yours. Dead team, man. Golly. Only one is probably Paul Pogba, and he only likes to play for France. He don't like playing for Man United.
Give me a break, fella.
Very dreadful.
We started off so well in this cricket, and it's all gone to pot.
Did you expect anything different?
No, I didn't. Grealish running into the box. Tackled or loses the ball or something. How many extras have we given away? Extras. 37 extras. Extras is the second highest score for South Africa in this game. Oh, that's awful bowling.
It's extras like wides and no balls.
Yeah. We bowled a few wides that have gone straight to the boundary. That's how wide it's been. So you get 5. You get 5 runs for that. 1 for the wide and 4 for the boundary.
Sorry. Grealish made a good run to the box and even cut inside. Where is the support?
They're playing defensive midfield, mate. Rice and Phillips.
Can we get some plays in support, please?
They need to get Rice or Phillips off this pitch. Get Rashford or Sancho.
And you said they're playing in DM. Where was Mason Mount?
It's true. No, trash. Can England beat Portugal, France, or Germany if they finish first?
No.
I think they can beat Germany. They can't beat the other two. Can't beat the other two. No way. 70 minutes gone. It's Scotland. It's Scotland.
They're literally playing McSauce at centre back.
Oh my god.
Gilmore. This is disgraceful. This is disgraceful. England are actually crap, man. Get them out of the tournament. I want Scotland to win at this point.
Listen, I don't really care what happens. But Scotland deserve it. Scotland deserve it. I mean, you look at this tournament and you're like, is Kane worth 150 million? Ball in. Sterling touch. I mean, Kane touched off to. Sterling's offside anyway.
Right, Rashford got to start now over the Sterling next game, man. We've got to try something. We've got to try something different.
I think Rashford is getting ready to come on. Yeah, I hear you. Rashford or Sancho I mean, if they somehow get away with winning this game, then they're gonna rotate anyway. Who's this guy? This is bad. This is bad. Anyway, Rashford's gonna score the winner. Head it head first. They need to take Kane off. You need a goal. You can't take Kane off. Sorry. Take everyone else off. Can't take Kane off. Because it's not like you're creating all these chances for Kane and he's missing them. He's having nothing's happening. Oh great ball. Over to Luke Shaw. What's he done? I don't know what he was trying, but it's just blazed it. I don't know was he shooting? I don't know what he was doing. Good play between Shaw and Mount. Great pass by Mount. What was he doing? He just blasted it across the
My boy Grealish, man. That's what we need to see, man.
Oh, Kane's off. Kane's off for Rashford. We got put Rashford through the middle.
Luke Shaw, what was that, man?
Oh, God.
Luke Shaw was definitely trying to shoot that ball.
Nathaniel, you said they need to take Kane off. I told you. No, it's only I told you if England go and win the game now. Because Southgate taking Kane off doesn't mean he should have come off. He didn't start Grealish. Does that mean he shouldn't have started Grealish? Yeah, that's not how it works. But we'll see.
Was that Beckham I saw?
Yeah.
Why does he even worry about games like this? Why is Beckham even there? Go live your life, man.
What's this? This is sport like Sancho. I'm not sure. Someone said, "Is Marcus Rashford's job once again to feed his country?"
But MBE Rashford, yeah.
Listen, it's you don't you don't take off. You don't take off Kane. Sorry, you don't take off Kane. I'll tell you why you don't take off Kane. Now, in no means am I comparing these players, but Portugal are 0-0 all game against Hungary. Did Santos take off Ronaldo? No, you don't. You don't take off your best goal scorer when you go. You just don't. Now, I understand. I understand that everyone wants to save and in some games, but you just don't do it. It's not like Ronaldo was looking threatening before. Man was having a stinker by his standards because he wasn't even looking threatening. Yeah, sorry. Kane's performance is more about Southgate than it is about Harry Kane. 100%. 100%. Now you got Rashford playing as a number 9. Long balls up to Rashford. What's Rashford gonna do with that? Oh, chance. Scotland down the right-hand side. There's no one in the box though. No one in the box. Oh, inside. Who is that? Is that McTominay? I don't know who that is. Come on, Scottish. Who is that? I don't know who that is. No, it's not McTominay. It's too short. Robertson crosses it. Run it back. Oh, he's blazed it over. Shea Adams has blazed it over. Who's that? Reece James on the right into Sterling's still on the pitch. I'm dead. Watch him score now. But I'm dead. How has Sterling survived this madness? Oh, is that a penalty? Is that a penalty? No, he's not having it. The ref ain't having it. It should go to VAR, but the ref ain't having that at all. He did a little dummy. I mean, there was contact. There was contact. I mean, I'll tell you that. But yeah, I wouldn't give that personally. But there was contact. There was contact. To be fair, To be fair, don't know what's Peter Wharton saying. Let me know what he's saying when you hear it. Southgate is seeing what I see. I mean, that's if you want to be the Black Gareth Southgate, then be my guest, Nathaniel. Be my guest. Will you be proud of McTominay? Listen, I'll be of course. Listen, I'll be proud of McTominay. They keep the bloody clean sheet. Go on, Scotty McT.
You know what these guys needed? They needed the VAR to give that penalty against Sterling, and then they miss it because Kane's not on the pitch. They missed the penalty.
I hear that. Cross. Ooh, into the deflected. Goat Fergie's watching over Scotland. CR7 is the Portugal coach. They wouldn't dare take him off. I'm a big fan. I'm a big Kane fan, man. People who hate him gonna bash him tonight. Sadly, they are. That's the thing. I'm not even an England fan, but I'm gonna have to go on the football terrace and defend Kane because I can see it already. I can smell the hate a mile off. Wharton said no pen. No, Wharton said, I'll wait for the referee to make a. I mean, let's see what VAR said. I'll just go with what VAR said. Wharton never puts his neck on the line. He's like, well, I understand why the VAR did it. I understand why the VAR did it. Sterling, Declan Rice. Sterling, Declan Rice, and Calvin Phillips are literally on the pitch. They're still on 80 minutes. Ball him back. Nothing. Hope you got that, people. Don't know who that is bursting forward. Is that Scotty McT? I don't know. I don't know these Scotland players. I can't tell who they are from. It's not. I ain't deflected over. I ain't got a 50-inch TV. If you're wondering why I'm wondering who these players are. It's just a TV over there doing its thing, showing me the match. Really just to make it clear, you can't blame Kane not scoring. You have to blame Michael goal scorer, captain, and scapegoat. BMT. Listen, I love that comment. I'm gonna screenshot it and I'm gonna rob it when I make my analysis later. Thanks, Anna.
What was the comment?
It says just make it clear, you can't blame Kane for not scoring if he has to be playmaker, goal scorer, captain, and scapegoat. BMT. Headed clear. Maguire's not even going to get no minutes because England need to go. England should be 2-0
Kane's
up.
performance is not even on Kane, man. It's more on Southgate than it is on 100%, Kane.
100%.
Like if your striker's not getting any opportunities to get chances to score, like it's not his fault. You're not setting the team up to make openings and chances like that, man. Even when Mourinho was at Spurs with his defensive self, he still even managed to give Kane opportunities to score.
Yeah.
By playing a certain way. Say, okay, we're going to play defensive, but when we are going to go forward, we're going to do X, Y, Z.
Yeah.
And play to Kane's strengths. This guy's playing defensive and is ignoring Kane altogether and is just thinking, because he's a good striker, he will somehow find a way to score the goal. Football don't work like that. He's not just gonna somehow. He's not Messi in prime where he can dribble from the half line and run past 6 players and put the ball in back in it. That's not Harry Kane. Like, it's not gonna happen. You have to give him service.
Scotland go forward. Someone said something about HH must be loving. Oh yes, okay. HH have tweeted. Now that is a big move from Southgate. Kane off. And deservedly so. I mean, nobody's played well. So if anyone comes off, you can say, yes, they deserve to come off. But are you trying to win the game or not? That's what I want to know. Are you trying to win the game or not?
This game's so boring, I'm going to have to spice up my life with some nuts.
6 minutes to go. England 0. Scotland 0. Yes, of course, I'll be proud of McTominay for scoring. I'm sure I answered that already. You like him.
Listen, England are dreadful, man. And again, I can't even blame them too much. I just put no respect on Southgate, man. What a bad manager. Drew must be seething. The guy said 2-0 minimum.
Southgate tax is strong, boy.
Whoa.
Che Adams coming off. And Kevin Nisbet coming on. I should be watching West Indies over this. I mean, I've got the cricket on the background. Dean Elgar's on 69 of 205 balls. Quinton de Kock. Well, he's just digging in. Quinton de Kock's on 37 of 60. South Africa 184 for 4. 81 for 4, sorry. We put them into bat, which is, so we're not doing too good, to be honest. Their batting is their weak point. So I don't want to see how we're going to do when we come up with their bowling, against their bowling. All right, England's got 4 minutes to, what's the word? To save themselves some embarrassment. Because anything other than a win. I mean, they're already embarrassed, to be honest, even if they go and win this game. But anything other than a win is, yeah, it's coming home. You and your suitcase.
You know what? Bring on Saka, man. Have a run at somebody.
It's true. He's not even on the pitch, though. I mean, not even on the squad.
Oh.
Man's got Sancho on the bench.
Mm-hmm.
Man's got Sancho on the bench.
Over all this crap that I'm seeing.
Man's got Sancho on the bench. Oh, Grealish is getting taken out. You got to book him, whoever that is. I don't know who that is. Man, Donald, yeah. He got Sancho on the bench, and Calvin Phillips, Declan Rice, and Sterling still on the pitch. It's doggone awful. It's doggone awful. 3 minutes to save their bacon.
And I know what Southgate is thinking. He's thinking, all right, 2 games gone.
Yep.
2 clean sheets. I'm going to stick with Declan Rice and Calvin Phillips because it seems to be working. But in reality, realistically, you haven't conceded because of the lack of quality from Scotland and Croatia. Not because they did a stellar job at keeping out the opposition, because they've had chances and better teams would have scored.
Yeah, 100%.
Guys, got to change this, man. This is poor.
And they said that his job is safe, regardless of this tournament. So, guys, expect more at 2022 World Cup.
Now, surely he would have learned his lesson by then.
It's only a year and a half away. Not enough time.
Yeah, that's more than enough time for Sancho to light up the Premier League and say, all right.
Bloody hell, bring on Bellingham. Like, you could do something.
Scotland fans celebrating hard, boy. Singing away.
They'll take this. They will take this all day. I mean, Scotland might as well go on and win it. If we're being honest, might as well. West Indies are bloody awful.
Who's worse, Neeks? West Indies or England?
Gotta say England, isn't it? At least we've won a couple world tournaments in the last 5 years. That's not true. We've won a couple in the last 9 years, 2012 and 2016. But like when we're bad, we're real bad. That's all England, to be fair. But when we're good, we're real good. And England not ever really get real good. That's the problem. So yeah, I say England. When we're on fire, we are on fire. But when we're bad, we're like the worst team in the world. Grealish. Oh, yeah. I don't know where that was gonna go. Who's this? Rice into James. Crossed. Someone. Sterling. Someone. Anyone? I don't know what's going on. Oh!
Neeks, a goal ain't coming. The goal still got taken off.
Watch it. What I know. Oh, a lot of the big melee in the middle. What happened? What did he give? What did he give? McTominay right in there. McTominay right in there. Get in there, McTominay. Yeah, we won the ICC Champions Trophy in 2004. England got 30 seconds to save their bacon. Jack Grealish on the ball. Runs.
Don't know if I'm watching football or NFL. Man just all over the ball, stumping over next man. I don't know what was going on there.
15 seconds. Jack Grealish out to God knows who that is. Is that Rashford? Back to Grealish. 10 seconds. Grealish. Do 1 second. Back to Grealish. He's in the box. Cleared. It's over. It is over. England 0. Scotland 0. The shock of the tournament so far. Jason Cundy calls them the dog and duck. The dog and duck. They're a pub team, he calls them. Scottish League is a pub league, he says. Now, I know they don't want to play in the Scottish League. But this is an embarrassment for England. The camera's following Sterling. You don't want to get a Wayne Rooney moment where he cussed out the fans when they drew 0-0 with Algeria in the World Cup. This is awful, but well done, Scotland. Let me tweet that. Well done, Scotland. Great result. And it's a result that keeps them firmly in with a chance of qualifying from this group. Of course, they're going to have to win their next game against Croatia. But if they put in a performance like this, and you look at the way that Croatia's playing their first 2 games, you got to give them a chance. You got to give them a chance. Well done. And it shows the levels. It shows the levels that I'm applauding Scotland for a draw. That's how big favourites England were. I'm applauding Scotland on a draw. Get in there, Scottish lads. Celebrate it. Javon, you love it, don't you? Where's the haggis and the beer?
It was fucking awful. It was disgusting. It was just Gareth Southgate out, man. I don't understand. There is a group of players out there, decent players. They should not be this. They should not be this bad because when they're at their different teams, even though they have different quality types of players around them, they do not play this bad individually. They do not play this bad. And today it was awful. Like, and I don't know what it is. They start off really well, and then it just dies out. It's like they huff and puff, and they don't know where to go next. Southgate is the problem here. They don't know, and he doesn't know what to tell them. Clearly, he's just said them out, okay, do this. They do it. Nothing happens from it. Where's the gaffer? Change something. He's not doing that. The guy is awful. Get him out.
He's here to stay, lad. He is here to stay. Qatar 2022.
You know what?
Here we come.
You know what? He can stay.
Freeland on the shirt.
Fuck the international football.
Fans are singing.
I'm out. And this is why I don't like international football. It's just a lot of fluff.
Stop me singing.
It's a lot of trash. Fuck all of them. Fuck Gareth Southgate. What the heck was that? Gareth fucking Southgate. Get a fucking grip. Get him out. This guy doesn't know nothing. He's clueless. It's rubbish. Like the game was boring as fuck. What the heck? Must watch Burnley on the weekend. Fucking hell, it was shit.
Javon,
oh my gosh.
Would you like a handful of nuts?
It was awful, man. It's dire. Foden, I don't know, man. It's just the constant sideways passing. No one is doing anything. It's just it's a disgrace, man. It's a disgrace, man. It's time to go.
It's time to go.
It was awful. International football, man. Fucking hell, man. Bullshit. What was that? Boring. Oh my gosh. Lethargic, rabor. They don't know. Oh my god. Wasting my time. You're telling me to watch this shit. Fucking international crap.
I mean, it wasn't crap because it's international football. It's crap because it's England. I enjoyed the Netherlands game. I enjoyed the Germany-France game.
Tell me about that Sweden game earlier. Was that fun?
I didn't watch it. I was in a meeting.
Crap. I can tell you that game was crap too.
Who else played after? There was 2 games today, wasn't there? Who played after Sweden? Denmark?
No, Czech Republic and
Czech Republic, Croatia. That was a good game. That was a good game, actually.
Man, I'm done, man. Don't ask me nothing, man. Fucking game, fuck international, fuck everything, man. That's my answer. I'll watch and I'll say what I have to say, but forget it, man. Every year, every time I give it a chance, you tell me, oh yeah, watch it. I give it a chance, and it's the same crap every time, man.
But see, this is what I was saying.
I'm done.
You don't like internationals because the international team you support are terrible, or should I say they're below your expectations, whatever, in the grand scheme of international teams. But I watch international football and I get what I want out of it in the sense of I know Jamaica's terrible, so I'm here for the vibes. Brazil win the odd thing here or there, and I'm there for it. Portugal, let's go. Cristiano Ronaldo, let's go.
And this is what happened when the arrogant England fans set the expectation too high. You get your 0-0 against Scotland, the trash garbage team. This is what we're talking about. They're terrible.
Let me go through some of these comments quickly.
What about Spain?
Yeah, they're awful as well.
What about them?
set the expectations too high, just like every other fan.
Who did? Who did?
Spanish fans.
No.
Are you Spanish? Do you? Are you? Do you?
No,
So
I support
how would
I
you know?
support Spain. I support Spain.
No, okay, you support Spain, okay, but
Mm.
I'm talking about the Spanish people. Are you saying they're out there saying they're not saying anything about Spain right now? They're just saying,
They
yeah,
don't
we're
expect
just here for vibe.
they don't expect them to win.
Oh, shut it, man.
Show me a Spanish fan that I think they're going to win the Euros.
Show me a
one.
Spanish fan that ain't saying that.
What? No. It's you come on with the assumptions. You have to prove to me that you're seeing Spanish fans.
You're assuming.
No. I'm telling you, and
I'm
telling you, I'm a Spanish fan, and I ain't saying it. So I'm telling you,
You're not Spanish.
show me. No, I didn't say I'm Spanish.
You're
I'm a Spanish fan.
You're not
I support Spain,
Spanish.
but I support Spain. All right. So what you're telling me is that you're waffling out of your mouth and you're just making up stuff because you can't show me a Spanish fan that is saying.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you. Nail on the head right there. Nail on the head right there.
Oh my God. Guys, it's only the Euros.
Nah, man, this is the last passion you'll get from me in fucking Euros. I can tell you that.
So Jace Neal says, how poor England? Well, yeah, you know. Javern MN says, Javern was talking about why is everybody doubting England? England should win by 2 goals. Ha. That's just a laughing emoji. Jason Neal, Southgate has no ideas. Neeks, you might be right about Portugal knocking out England. Sammy, Portugal are winning the tournament. So if England want to be in their way en route, then fair play to England. But Portugal are winning it with or without knocking out England. England's priority, isn't it? MN says Javon clearly cares about internationals with the passion. Abimanju says, I'm continuing to ask Rashford usefulness in the same team, same for Sterling. The man came on for 15 minutes and played striker. What are you expecting to do? Man's not a striker and he came on 15 minutes. Sterling needs to be off and you replace him with either Rashford or Sancho. Simple as. Those are your options.
Excuse me, where is Sancho? Where is he? What is going on? Why call him up if he's not even going to be in the bench? What is going on with that fraud?
Gareth South PE teacher. Wow. My expectations are just... Spain are in transition. They don't expect to win. We should be creating enough to beat Scotland. The Spanish referee has probably thought that he was refereeing another sport. Even the Swiss are better than England. I don't know if I got that far, mate. But I saw a tweet said describe Scott McTominay's performance in one word. Beckenbauer-esque is what I call it. The Scottish Maldini.
Who we giving man of the match to this time?
Has to be Kieran Tierney. Has to be Kieran Tierney.
I was thinking the same.
Best player on the pitch by a mile.
And guess what? That was 60% Kieran Tierney.
Oh, yeah, trust me. The
guy's an actual baller.
He's cold. I'm gonna jump on the football terrace in a bit. Let me just I just don't understand how you go that long and you've got Phillips, Bellingham, and Sterling on the pitch.
Not Bellingham, Declan Rice.
No, I'm talking about, man. Phillips,
Get your head in the game.
My head's all over the place. Phillips, Rice, and Sterling on the pitch. It doesn't make sense. And Grealish came on. He wasn't great. He did a bit. Listen, this is all on. This is
And
all
Too late.
on.
It was too late. He came on too late. Should have won one from the second half. Heck, he should have fucking started the game. Like, why? What is with all this major defense? Well, you need Phillips and flipping Rice on at the same time. The game is going. You've lost the game. Put something out there. Do something. My gosh.
And all you Kane haters that said there's options
Kane.
on the bench,
Ha.
you got what you asked for, and look what happened. England were more bereft of options.
They were actually worse when Kane came off. England were actually worse when Kane came off.
Worse, because you just what do you mean? There's options on the bench? Where? What options? We saw they came on and England were worse. England were worse. Those were the options. Worse. England are terrible, man. They are terrible. Can't believe Neeks subbed in Harry Kane.
I didn't sub him in. I transferred him in.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Okay. Yeah, he's got to go, mate. He has got to go. Good thing I didn't change my captain like some people did. God damn. At least I got my 6 points from John Stones. Should have been a go. But can't have it all. I'm gonna bring up my team actually in a second. Football's coming on, it's coming on.
It's so funny. I seen the people in the comments about history, but yet when Liverpool talks about history, you'll be saying, "Oh, but it's history, it's past." You just pick and choose what you want to say whenever you want to say it, man. Shut the hell up, man.
So what are we saying for the last group games? Each group play at the same time, innit? On each day.
Well, each group play at the same time. Sorry,
yeah.
Each team in the group in a group play at the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it'll be 2 matches a day.
Four matches a day. I think there's one at 5 and one at 8.
Oh, okay. Fair enough. Yes, so what we're saying, the group at the moment, it looks like 4-4-1-1. So
let me bring it up. Check out top.
Yeah, check our top at the moment because they won their game 2-0 and England won 1-0. So check our top on goal difference at the moment. On 4, England second on 4, and Croatia and Scotland both have 1. The final game is Czech Republic versus England, who are both on 4 points, and then Scotland and Croatia play each other. Obviously, they can draw that game and both end on 2 points, or either or can win and end on 4 points. And again, Czech only need a point to secure top place because they got the better goal difference and goal scored.
Let me bring it up now. All right.
Is there a chance England could end up not qualifying?
Not really.
No, not really. Because all right, so
they lose to Czech Republic, then what? Don't they?
Yeah, but remember, there's 6 third place qualifiers, and they got 4 points. It's unlikely that you're not going to qualify in third place with 4 points. They will still qualify.
Yeah,
but it would look real bad. It would just look real bad.
So at the moment,
nothing could look real bad. Nothing could look more worse than that display car, man.
At the moment, the third place team,
Czech Republic smacked them, and you're telling me England couldn't even smack in one? Get out of here, Gareth Southgate, man. Get out of here.
Derby passion, isn't it? Derby passion.
At the moment, the third place teams are Austria, Finland, Spain, Croatia, Switzerland, Germany. Of course, Spain and Germany only play 1 game. But Austria's on 3 points after 2. Finland's on 3 points after 2. And Switzerland are on... Sorry. Yeah, Croatia and Switzerland are on 1 point after 2. So, yeah, it's very unlikely you'll go out on 4 points. You'll be very, very unlucky to do that. So yeah, as you said, the last two games, Czech Republic versus England and Croatia versus Scotland. Scotland need to win. If Scotland win, they're through. If Croatia draw, if that's a draw, both teams will be out. I can't see you going through from third place with 2 points. Impossible. I can't see that happening. If England need to win to top the group, if England draw with Czech Republic, they will not top the group 100%. They will not top the group. So that's a guarantee. England have to win to top the group. But as you said, maybe they don't want to top the group. Maybe they don't want to. At this stage, they might think, you know what, rotate the team, take a draw, and see where that takes us. In terms of my fantasy team, so I did bring on. Well, I had Harry Kane. I made a what they call is like a free hit where you can just bring in. You can change your whole team with multiple with unlimited transfers, unlimited budget. You change the whole team for 1 game week, and it will change back to the other team. So I brought in Harry Kane.
You got unlimited budget.
It's like a free hit, but on steroids. So you get
Jesus Christ,
unlimited transfers, unlimited budget for 1 game week, basically.
Mate, you bought your Sterling.
Yeah, I did. Well, I mean, who else are going to bring in? I thought Hazard would start. I thought Hazard would start, and I didn't think De Bruyne would start. And De Bruyne came to the bench and got a goal and assist. What can I do? What can I do? Actually, I was going to bring in Perisic, and he actually scored today. 100 million. Oh, the accident. I don't know. We'll get through the comments in a second. If you're talking,
what is Juven doing?
I don't know.
Yeah, it was an accident. I picked up my phone because I'm gonna go into my house now, and I pressed the comment while I was picking it off. Sorry about that.
So my 3 subs, I'm gonna have to bring on Luka Hernandez, Bruno Fernandes, and Jordi Alba, and I'll be taking off Romelu Lukaku, Harry Kane, and Thomas Meunier, who are all on 2 points. So that's definitely gonna happen. Yeah, what can you do? Who's actually playing tomorrow? Let's see. Tomorrow's matches. So you got Hungary versus France, Portugal versus Germany, and Spain versus Poland, and that will be the end of game week 2. Got some of these comments.
And F1 qualifying. You forgot.
Of course. What I'm saying, Mercedes better. They've got a triple header in F1. On all tracks that suit Mercedes. I expect 3 wins out of 3 for Mercedes. I'm not guaranteeing 3 wins out of 3 for Hamilton, but I expect 3 wins out of 3 for Mercedes. Anything less is a failure. Let me go for some of these comments. Your Mike's giving feedback. Let me reduce your. Let's see. All right. McTominay is not good enough. He's good enough today. I repeat, the only reason Jay doesn't like international football is because his Dare England are trash. Is actually trash. MN. Yeah, Turney was very good. Man, the match. Do you gents think Bellingham should have played instead of Rice or Phillips?
It don't make a difference.
Well, that or Mount in the middle. They only needed 1 defensive-minded midfielder. Bellingham will go forward. So I agree that both of them shouldn't have started. Bellingham would have been a better option, but I would have put Mount there personally. If we played Henderson from the start, we would have won. Probably not. And by the way, Southgate is a Class B brick. I have to question why Shaw and Reece James were too defensive. They got forward, to be fair. You can't judge it based on like the Scotland fullbacks in the sense that the Scotland fullbacks are actually wingbacks. But they did get forward. I think in the first half, I think Luke Shaw was a bit too defensive, but they got forward a bit and they got a few crosses in. Kane had a chance with 1. Luke Shaw put a couple of crosses in. One was blazed over by himself. So Yeah, Spain has won Euro back-to-back, something historical. England has never been to a final. True. Phillips played 90 minutes. Can't defend Southgate on this unless he's playing for second. We didn't properly use our fullbacks. Soonest said England need a Billy Gilmore. Well, why ain't Rice good enough? Yeah, he's definitely not worth 100 million. I was saying from a long time, like, give them Jesse Lingard and 30 mil. 50 million player, including
Wait,
English tax.
did they actually want 100 mil for him?
I think the rumors are that they want like between 80 and 100.
For Declan Rice?
Yep.
Are you having me on?
I'm not.
Jesus Christ, man.
Imagine England finishing third. Embarrassing. How would Kane play today as the best striker in the league? He didn't play well today. Nobody in the England team can say I played well today. I'm not saying everyone was bad, but okay, Stones, what's his name? Mings, cool. You did your job. What's his name? Pickford did his job. But no one can come out like, well, yeah, I put in a man of the match performance. The best players on the pitch were playing for Scotland. People talk like Kane wasn't playing 3 positions on the pitch. He was. You can't use a wrench.
I saw him at left wing, attacking midfield, striker.
You can't use a wrench as a wielding tool. Can't use a goal scorer as the assist man. That's why you got to get the assist man on the pitch. Mawada said, I'm not sure I want to bring on Alba for Spain. They're bricks. Yeah, but they're playing Poland, man. They should get a clean sheet at least, man. They should get a clean sheet. Southgate doesn't have the facilities to be an England manager, big man. Shout out to Michael Dapper. Jesse plus 30 for Rice. I'll keep Lingard. Lingard ain't doing nothing. Lingard ain't doing nothing for Man United. Need to have Pogba in the fantasy league. Pogba ain't doing nothing. Might get an assist. That's as far as you're going to get with him.
He already got it. That was his assist for the first goal for France.
Well, it wasn't, was it?
It was.
No, he pinged it over to who was it? Hernandez? Luke Hernandez? He pinged it over and they crossed it. It was own goal. You forget? Yeah. So that wasn't his assist. But listen, guys, smash the like button, man. Smash the like button. Subscribe to the channel. The next, actually, when is the next live? Tomorrow, isn't it? Yeah, Portugal versus Germany, 5 o'clock tomorrow. Well, probably going live from 4:30. Watch along. That should be a very, very good game. So yeah, 4:30. We'll chat about the France-Hungary for 10 minutes or so after Mbappe bags 4.
And hopefully, because we've just been sat at some dry watch along so far, man. Jesus Christ, England boring us to death out here, man.
Trust me. And then Portugal versus Germany tomorrow. Tomorrow is the last day of the of the second round of group stages. But yeah, big up yourself, smash the like button, and we will see you soon.